Stay cool, everybody. It's your biggest fan. It's High Rollers time. Oh, I've turned that off. That's a problem. Hello, everybody. Welcome to High Rollers. Oh, look, we're not in the studio. That's a shame. We'll answer why in just a second. But it's me, your Dungeon Master, in a very hot England. It's Mark Sherlock Humes. Hello. And joining me are these lovely people. Blah, blah, blah. We got the crew. We've got everyone here. We've got Rhiannon. We got Kim. Hi. We got Tom. We got Trot. We got Katie. Right. Elephant in the room. Why aren't we in the studio today? There's a couple of reasons.
I shit everywhere.
It's biohazard.
Cleanup.
Yeah.
We got the bio team in.
Yeah.
It's being rinsed now.
I don't know why.
Also,
well, here's another answer. Here's another answer. One of us has COVID. Can you tell which one?
It's a mystery game.
Who
what a fun game.
Who could it be?
The disease.
Who has it?
Is it Ree? Is it Mark?
But yeah, a couple of things. So yeah, poor someone. We won't name names, but someone is very poorly. All right, we don't need to play the game anymore. It's Kim.
Nah, she had something in the throat. It's fine. She's fine.
Poor Kim isn't very well. And Kim really didn't want to miss the fight, so we said, right. Okay, we'll do it, because it also so happens to be one of the hottest weeks ever in existence in the United Kingdom, and the studio PC and some of the tech was having issues at like 24 degrees. It's like 32 degrees or 30. So we were like, we physically can't this week. So we thought that rather than miss a session, because we've got some exciting things to talk about, we thought we'll just do it from home. We'll go back to the old digital setup. This is temporary. It's probably going to be this week and next week, and then that's it. We want to get back in the studio ASAP, but just so you're aware, this week and probably next week will be
32 degrees. That's nothing. Where else? I live in 50 degrees.
It's different aircon unit, and
it's a different kind of heat.
Yeah, exactly.
Your aircon, and then we'll talk.
And we're just not built for it. You know, I'm a little squishy white English boy. Look at us. Look at me and Tom. We can't deal with it. Exactly.
No.
But yeah, and also, yeah, Kim couldn't join us and desperately wanted to be here for the next couple of fights, so we were like, let's do it. Right, with that out of the way, the other thing, actually, as part of that, because of the heat, because Trot's like trying to run it in his room and his PC is probably going to overheat, today will also be a bit of a shorter episode. We're probably only going to be doing about 2 hours today. We're going to kind of play it by ear, but yeah, it is likely to be a shorter episode, and that might be the same for the next few weeks as well while we deal with a bunch of stuff. So slightly short episode, and obviously do forgive us for any sort of like digital hitches. We've got a pretty good setup thanks to like all the work we did during the pandemic a while ago, but obviously we've not used it for a while, so there might be a couple of little hitches here and there. But with that out of the way, the first thing that I can tell you about is this: today is a sponsored day. We have a sponsor for today's episode. Today's episode of High Rollers is sponsored by the folks at Penny Dragon Games and their new upcoming Kickstarter, Waystar. Waystar. It's a free theme for you there, Penny Dragon Games. You can have that one. Waystar is a new sci-fi 5e conversion tabletop role-playing game, and the Kickstarter is coming out. It's got a core rulebook, creature codex, galactic setting, and space-themed adventure too. Waystar is built on the 5th edition D&D rules to make it easy for anyone familiar to jump in and start playing without having to learn new mechanics and game elements as well. So if you're familiar with D&D, this is going to be easy for you to jump in. If you've ever wanted to run a D&D campaign based on epic sci-fi titles like Mass Effect or Firefly, I love those shows and that game. It's one of my favorites. Then Waystar helps you enjoy the kind of fast-paced, action-packed, immersive experiences of the sci-fi genre with the familiar rules of the 5e setting. And everything you need to possibly play is in the Kickstarter. Alongside the main core rules, the creature codex and setting book, there'll also be accessories such as map packs, card decks, dice sets, minis, and more in the Kickstarter as well. The core rulebook includes new classes and species, rules for combat, ship creation, space combat and travel, gear, cybernetics, robotics, all the classic sci-fi stuff you could hope for. The Creature Codex has 100 plus monsters, with more being unlocked via stretch goals that have their stats, lore, and artwork. And the galactic setting book has tips and pre-made content for GMs to use in their games. And special little bonus. If you back the project with a physical tier in the first 72 hours, you'll get a free PDF and print copy of the Steal the Stars adventure, which is a space heist of epic proportions. Waystar launches on Kickstarter this Tuesday on August 16th at 9 a.m. Pacific. That's 5 p.m. UK time, I think. And if you check out the link in chat, etc. now, and you click it, you can actually sign up for notifications. It will take you to the sort of holding page on Kickstarter. Click the little bell and say, give me notifications when the campaign goes live. So that way you don't miss out. And then just, thanks again, Penny Dragon Games, for their new 5th edition sci-fi conversion, Waystar, for sponsoring this episode. Thank you very much. Penny Dragon Games. And check it out. Waystar looks really cool. I had to flick through some of the promo materials they've sent us. As a big fan of stuff like Firefly and Mass Effect and stuff like that. It looks pretty damn good. If you like your Halos as well, get that in as well. Oh,
I do. And if you're watching this VOD on YouTube, you still have 24 hours to check out the Kickstarter and get that physical bonus as well.
Get that physical bonus. So go check it out. And obviously it will be running for a while. So if you can't eat, if you don't forget with Kickstarter, you pay when it's funded. So it's like you can always like sign up for it. And then when you get you save up some pennies and then you can get it. But that's it. Thank you very much, Penny Dragon Games, for sponsoring today's episode. There is one other super exciting thing. And Katie is going to show it up. We did just tweet about it as well. We put together, there's been a very popular show that came out recently with a D&D themed t-shirt in it. But it just so happens that we've also made a t-shirt and it's really cool
it's so
as well.
Similar.
So cool.
It's definitely not. It's completely look, that's the High Rollers Club. Yeah, absolutely. It's got
Netflix, we're coming for you.
It's got a unique dragon face. It's got unique sword and stave in a very classic retro fashion. You got a baseball tee. It's very soft, very lovely. And you can get that from our fresh merch store. There's a link in chat right now, and there'll be a link in the YouTube VOD and everything as well. These are going to be very limited run, as always. Once they're gone, they're gone. Especially before the lawyers come for us. No, joking aside, come and get it whilst you can. This is like one of our favorite shirts. Like we were all super excited about this. We pressured our merch team to try and make it as quickly as possible, and they did an amazing job sourcing the baseball tees for it. And it's just, people are going to wear it and they're going to be thinking like, oh yeah, you know that show, and you'll be like, High Rollers, D&D Sunday, 5 p.m. Absolutely. No. It's my favorite.
No, that's not what I'm talking. That's not what I was. Okay.
No, it is. No, it is though. It is. If you love D&D, right? Yeah, 5 p.m. Sundays. High Rollers Club. Yeah.
Popularized by High Rollers. Come on, we were
High Rollers. Exactly. But there we go. So check that out. Awesome new shirt. Check it out on Fresh Merch, our merch provider. There's a link in chat. You can go straight there. Buy now before it goes. It won't last very long.
Good.
Yeah,
God damn it, it's so good.
And thank you, Nina. Nina did an amazing job on the design, and thank you, Fresh Merch team, for making it a reality. Just become a walking Mandela effect. Yeah, absolutely. No, it's always been High Rollers Club. That's what it always said. Yeah, exactly.
Worn by the character Teddy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Gaslight your friends.
Thanks. Right. And unless there is anything else, I think that is it for announcements.
That means it's time for Dun Dun.
Chris tries to do
something.
Oh.
Okay, ready.
Okay.
Nice. Welcome back 2 High Rollers. Last time, having stormed Nightbloom Hold, and through a tough series of battle and obstacles, the heroes have managed to defeat all but one of the Knight Commanders of the Blackened Rose. Once a holy order of good, their bodies and their wills have been forced into servitude for some other purpose, directed by the Titan Kilara. Now, before our champions, guarding the breach point into Kilara's demiplane, is Sir Godric Graves, the Death Knight and final champion. And that is where we are literally jumping straight into it. It's a very short recap, because it's been trucking on for some time. But yeah, we are just going to be jumping back into it. We do have a little digital map for those of you who are watching live or on the YouTubes. No, that's not it, Krista. You want to flick that one back?
Great.
A little insight, a little peek behind the veil. But yes, whilst Trot is doing that, to set the scene, you are currently in the main temple of this sort of fortress monastery that the knights have been occupying, that you have stormed. It is perhaps last time there may have been some perception of it being sort of a more narrow corridor-like temple, but it's much wider than perhaps it once seemed, as this stone temple is lined on the sides by sort of alcoves and statues, with dozens and hundreds of candles lit to provide a very ominous pallid yellow glow throughout the chamber. A couple of columns hold up the arched supports that lead to the upper sections, and a large altar large altar is at one far end, surrounded by dozens and dozens of broken lanterns, as well as the shattered glass of epic stained windows that once occupied there. That is where we jump in. I believe we are at the top of a brand new round. We currently have Quill and Lucius are both their souls had been separated from their bodies, and they had to spend their turns kind of making their way back to try and rejoin with their physical forms. We have a number of undead that have been slain, and then reanimated, and then slain again. And that is where we begin. And we're going to kick things off with Quill.
So I am trying to get back into my bod.
Yep, it's a bonus action.
How do I do that? Do I just lay
bonus action?
Yep,
you basically it's kind of like a mystical process and a physical one. You sort of crouch down, begin to sort of like lay down, kind of aligning yourself with your body, and then using your bonus action to will yourself to sort of rejoin.
I would like to will myself to rejoin as a bonus action then.
There you go.
And
in that case, you find yourself remerged with your body.
Nice. So am I prone? Are there any negatives?
You are prone.
Just...
You are prone. Your body was unconscious. It fell unconscious. If you'd taken any damage, that would have been in effect. But I think that was all. That was all fine. You didn't take any.
Great.
So yeah, you're just prone. But that is it.
And there are 7 Skelly boys ahead of us now.
There is like a line of skeletons. Yes, it seems that Godric, you've seen this, has the ability to animate and manifest the dead that also seem to grow stronger under their command as well.
Okay, and unfortunately, I am exhausted at level 2 as well, so I've got half movement speed, so half my movement to stand up, and then I've only got like 7 feet of movement, so I'm just going to not really do much. But within 30 feet of me, I would like to use my channel divinity to eliminate these Skelly boys. Actually, is Godric within 30 of me as well? He might be.
No.
No, he's 60 away. But I would like to, just break these undead. Destroy them, so to speak.
Now, unlike minions, these guys don't automatically fail their saving throws. They
make a wisdom save at 20.
They do. However, because they are within 30 feet of Godric, they actually use Godric's wisdom saving throw, not their own.
How wise does he look?
Pretty wise. So DC 20, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
So left to right.
Yeah, we'll go left to right. Is a fail on the first one.
Dead.
Success on the second one.
Damn it.
Third one is another success.
Shit.
5. Fourth one is a 16, so that's a fail.
Hell yeah.
Third one is a 2. That's a fail.
Okay.
Natural 20 on the next one.
No.
And then 28 on, I believe, the last one. So
okay.
3 of them sort of just are obliterated by the holy light that you project forward.
Okay, that's good. I'll take that. There's only 4 left.
For now.
And that's my entire turn. Remerge,
Alright.
blast, 5 feet of movement. Hell yeah.
And Channel Divinity's in action, right?
Yes. I presume they are lower than 3 CR.
They are. These are
Yeah.
regular skeletons. But there is also, I should point out, at the very back of the room, I haven't labeled them, there are still the bodies of about 6 undead friars as well as the various broken bones of the wights and other skeletons that were previously destroyed. And you've seen Godric able to sort of assemble these creatures with magic.
Okay.
But yeah. All right. So Quill done.
That's me.
Okay. So Lucius, you are up next because all of the other enemies are defeated, and then the skeletons will go. Then we have Nova, Ayla, Sentry. So Nova, Ayla, Sentry, you guys are next after Lucius.
I will simply try. I need to get back to my body first, so I'll do that.
Yeah. So you are already stood there, so you can use a bonus action to reform with yourself, awakening prone on the ground next to Sentry and 2 of these skeletons.
Okay, and I'm within melee range of 2 of them, so what I'll probably do is just put Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay.
In anticipation of getting hit.
Okay.
And I'll just gasp, make it very audible for Sentry that I'm back in the room. And then the huge pauldrons of ice grow on my shoulders.
What level are you casting?
I'm going to cast that at level 3, so my final slot, level 3, so that's
15, I think, temporary HP.
Yes.
All right.
I'll double check. Okay, correct. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
That's me done. I will up from prone.
Yep, stand up. Yeah, it's very hot. There's going to be a lot of that today. Right, so you stand up, you've got the Armor of Agathis, these giant ice pauldrons. End of turn?
End of turn. Yeah, I barely get back onto my feet after having a literal out-of-body experience.
Oh.
And I look really out of it. Like, that was weird.
Yeah. So the undead, the skeletons go next, and they are going to... They do look like they have some intelligence, but mainly they have just been commanded to act. So one of them will try and strike Lucius, one will try and strike Sentry, and then 2 are going to go for Nova because... actually, no, one will go for Ayla, one will go for Nova because they can reach over. So they're just basically going to divide their attacks. You can, yeah, so disadvantage on the attack roll against Lucius, and then all of the attacks, they're basically...
Let it happen.
No!
Right, so against Sentry... That is welcome back to Digital Dice, everybody. That's a natural 20, but it's only from a little. It's only from a little skeleton. So that is going to be 1d6 max. So 6 plus. I think it's 6, 12, and then 1d6.
Give it to me.
This is to Sentry. This is going to be 15 points of damage to Sentry. As you reach over to protect Lucius, its blade, almost guided, with far more skill than you've seen other undead attack you with, and with far more force and strength, manages to find a chink in between your armored plates, and strikes true. Then it's going to attack Lucius with disadvantage. That is going to be a 17 to hit Lucius.
I believe it will. It's 17 exactly, yeah.
All right. In that case, it is going to be 12 points of damage, but then it takes 15, right?
Correct.
Because of the Armor of Agathis.
And my
which
pauldrons,
is...
whilst chipped away, still barely hold on for another round.
Breaking around. But yeah, it does destroy the skeleton as it kind of strikes it and blasts it with the icy magic, rendering it destroyed. Then we have against Ayla... That is going to be a 20 to hit, Ayla.
Just.
You are raging, so it's going to be half damage anyway. So it's going to be 9 halved to 4 points of slashing damage as its blade lashes out towards you. And then against Nova, that is only going to be a 16 against Nova.
It does not hit.
Ching! So with Tiangong and your shield, you manage to deflect it. And that is all of the skeletons gone. Nova Vija.
Hello. I would like to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm actually going to move up to Godric the Butthole, which means you're going to get an attack of opportunity on me again by Skelebums.
Absolutely. They will. How many would you provoke from? Which way are you going to move?
I was thinking moving where the dead one was. So the dead one, and then yes. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20.
So you would get 2 attacks of opportunity then, because the one to your side would get it, and then the other one would also get it.
Okay.
In that case, the first one is a miss. It's only a 13.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one is that is going to be a 23, the next one.
Yeah, that'll hit. I've got a potion of necrotic resistance on me as well. So
this is just slashing. This is just slashing damage from their sword. That's going to be 7 points of damage as you run past the next one. But yeah, you run past and you are the first one to fully kind of step up and engage Godric. Who is this? I've had to use the normal Death Knight token, but Godric appears like a man in his sort of late 50s, early 60s, graying hair, very sort of thin moustache, but gaunt, sallow cheeks. His eyes blaze like a blue glow. He has like one skeletal hand, still clad in his like very ornate knightly armor, and is wielding this giant sort of black scythe.
I'm going to start hitting.
Right.
So first is 21 to hit.
Will hit.
That is 13 points of damage plus 3, so 16 points of damage.
Okay. Let me just check. And that's all slashing and then force damage and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no worries.
18 to hit.
18 will not hit. Godric parries it with the scythe, kind of knocking the blade aside with a curved edge.
26 to hit.
Swords.
That will hit.
11... Did that roll? 11 points of regular damage and 3 points of force damage.
Alrighty. So another good blow, kind of like scraping along Godric's armor. Sparks flying as the blades clash.
Do I want to do anything else? Wondering whether or not it's time for a tasty little action surge. No, I'm not gonna this time. So that is my action. Bonus action. Well, it's not actually technically a bonus action, but I'll move Tiangong around. If you want to carry on, I'll just move them.
Sure, sounds good. You should have control over them as well.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah.
In that case, we got Ayla, then followed by Sentry.
At all. I'm going to take a crack at getting these last 2 skelebobs out the way.
Mm-hmm.
So
So shift over 5 feet to be able to hit both.
Sure. That is 9 plus 16 to hit.
Yeah, you're gonna hit. Unless you roll a 1, these guys have an AC of 13. These skeletons.
No. So 17 damage on the hammer plus 6 fire.
The first hammer blow comes shattering down, breaking apart the skeletons into their constituent bones and pieces of scrapped armor. Smash.
Both of them?
Just the first one. These aren't minions, so the damage doesn't carry over. These are individual skeletons.
Then the second one is going to be a 18 plus 16.
Easily
I've
hits.
got 13 on the hammer plus 7 fire.
And with a second blow, The next one falls beside it, just piles of bones in a line as you've been tearing these skeleton apart.
Fab. And then can I use my movement to speed up here and then blast my aura of lightning as my bonus action up here?
You absolutely can. This is a dex save, right?
Yes, please.
Nope, that's a failure. Godric does not seem particularly nimble. Doesn't even really, tries to dodge, but it, is clearly hampered by the armor and their age. Definitely not as quick as some of the other foes you've faced. 17 lightning damage. It is half. They are resistant to lightning damage, so it's going to be 8 points of lightning damage. As the lightning kind of crackles through their body, they do seem to be not as affected by, not as pained from it as you would expect. Anything else later on your turn?
That's all I got.
All right. Sentry.
I'm going to take care of the last skeleton guy in front of us. Get rid of him. Yeah. 23 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Starbreaker.
It is undead. Yep.
I will do just a level 1 Divine Smite just to make sure it goes.
Okay.
So that'll be D12 plus 2d8.
Plus 1 extra d8 because it is undead.
So, what? 25 plus 7.
It is incredibly
32.
dead. As you smash Starbreaker, this one-handed sort of lance into its chest, it just, again, clatters to the floor, a pile of bones and broken armor.
Cool, and then I'll move up to Godric.
Okay.
Use my next attack against him. 25. I'll go 25, and I'll use Starbreaker's reach to get him from there.
Yeah, great.
I'll go again. 28 to hit him this time.
28 will hit as you begin surrounding him. These 3 warrior women surrounding Godric, just pummeling into him with attacks and lightning blasts.
Nice.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll do a level 2 Divine Smite.
You're muted, Tom, I think.
Oh. Yep. Rock and roll! 32 again.
32 points of damage. As Starbreaker slams in, you kind of hear like a kind of grunt, but still looking more than capable of continuing the battle. As Starbreaker slams into their side, Godric sort of looks around, just nodding, as if assessing the situation.
Alrighty. I'm good.
Are you good? All right.
Yeah.
Then we go to Sir Godric Graves. I'm actually going to hold using their legendary action that they have. The first thing they're going to do is they are going to raise up their hand, clutch it, and you watch as tiny black flames appear in the bodies of the 3 defeated wights that you had fought earlier, raising them back from the dead. As the 3 wights sort of emerge back into the battle, he just points. Deal with the ones at the back. They are the warriors to me. And then he will make 2 life-stealing scythe attacks. One against Ayla and one against Nova. Actually, no. One against... he will step in to the middle of all 3 of you, and he will make one against Sentry and one against Ayla, sensing that the 2 of them are the more weakened of the pair of the group.
Yeah, my HP not doing so good.
That is a 23 to hit Ayla.
Yep.
I'll just roll to see if I hit Sentry, and then we'll do the 2 damage rolls separately. And a 22 to hit Sentry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ruh-roh.
So slashing, this is going to be to Ayla. This is going to be 16 slashing damage to Ayla, so reduced to 8 slashing. And then... Oh, not very good. 11 necrotic. And you see some of Godric's wounds heal as the scythe slices across, kind of drawing forth Ayla's blood. And then against Sentry...
I members.
60. That's going to be 21 slashing damage against you, Sentry.
Okay.
And then 11 points of necrotic. Do you have any? Do either of you have necrotic resistance, by the way?
Everyone has it except me.
Does Sentry have it?
I don't think
some people have death wards.
Do.
I have
But 2 death wards, 3 necrotics.
No, I gave all mine away.
Okay, all right. In that case, yeah, it's 11 points of necrotic, and you see again some of Godric's wounds begin to heal. And then, as a bonus action on his turn, he is going to order one of the wights to rush towards. Let's see, the one who's furthest away.
I thought you were going to say a Deliveroo.
A Deliveroo. He's going to bonus order a Deliveroo.
He's going to get a latte.
Soup. I've had a lot of soup delivered this week.
I bet.
He's going to order one of the wights to rush towards Maximilian and Quill at the very edge of the battle, and he's going to have that wight make an attack against Quill.
No, it doesn't need to do that.
Oh, actually, does he get his full attacks, or does he just get one? Let me check something. Let me check something here. Make one attack. Yeah, it's only the one on this turn. So this is going to be 10. Oh, very lucky. Only a 12 to hit you, Quill. So manages to sort of, as it stumbles up, you manage to kind of throw yourself back just at the last second, avoiding the attack. And then let me just check. So that is bonus action, full action. No need to worry about all of that. All right. At the very end of the round, we have Maximilian, who I will say the token art has been lovely provided by Fail Draws. Thank you, Fail, for letting me use your art of sexy shirtless Max.
Thank you.
And Max, who has been previously, he was guarding Quill, will turn his greatsword and make 2 attacks against this wight that's just rushed up.
My heart's a flutter.
21 on the first one, which is going to hit, and a 27 on the second one, so he hits both times. His greatsword slashing down, a total of 12 points of damage, followed by 7 points of damage. So 19 points of damage total to that wight.
Is it hot in here, or is it just Max?
No, it's hot.
It's pretty hot. That's why we're playing. That's why we're playing at home today. That's why we're playing at home today, Tom, because we can't play in the sea because it's too hot. And so the round, we go to Mr. Quill.
Mr. Quill, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Quill.
Mr. Quill.
I'm trying to remember. Do I have concentrate? Am I concentrating on Beacon of Hope? Because
you are not, because you were incapacitated. Oh no, we ruled it, didn't we? That we said as a special thing. Yeah. So normally you would have, but you do still have Beacon of Hope.
And I'm trying to remember for Ree's benefit. Were you concentrating on Aura of Vitality as well?
Yes.
If you are, can you make a con save? Because you did just take quite a lot of damage.
True. Yes. 17 for that.
Would have been. How much damage did you take? I'm trying to remember.
I think it was 15.
Well, that was, and then there was necrotic. It was 11 necrotic, which is all
11
attack.
necrotic.
So it was 26,
13. So yeah, you succeed. So you still currently have it.
Cool. Okay, I was just making sure because I remembered I was concentrating on something, and it was probably bacon.
Bacon.
Okay, this thing. Bacon. So the floor attack that knocked me and Lucius into the spirit realm. Did it seem like it was something that was only on the floor, or was it like a wave that passed through the entire room?
I mean, a golden path illuminated along the floor, but there was definitely some sort of wave of energy. Hard to tell. You can make a check for me.
Arcana?
This would be religion.
Religion. Only a +2 on this. 19!
Hell yeah, religious.
You have a feeling that flying probably... Yeah, you have a feeling that whilst it was an illuminated path, the wave of energy had some height to it. It was like a vertical... Like a wall of power that sort of washed over you.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. This
but not,
white...
You know.
But not exclusively on the floor. I want to shocking grasp the white next to me.
Okay. It is not wearing metal armor. It is only wearing sort of studded leather, so just a normal
12.
That is not a hit. You reach out, but it pulls itself back.
In that case, I want to Shield of Faith myself. No, I don't.
Okay.
Because I've got Death Ward. I will Shield of Faith Nova.
Okay. The concentration on Death Ward still ends because it is a concentration spell. I believe. Oh no, it's not. It's not
Death
a
Ward.
concentration spell.
No,
Yeah,
and I'm holding Shield
Speaking of
in
hope, anyway.
Elder Quill.
Okay.
No, I'm not. It's a
Alrighty.
bonus action to call him. I'm not Shield of Faithing. I'm not doing
Okay.
anything on my turn. Turns out that's my entire turn. A long time
That's your
ago.
turn?
Yeah.
All right. Lovely.
You're welcome, everyone.
You're welcome. In that case,
Confused. Am I Shield of Faith or not?
you are not.
No.
You are not Shield of
No,
Faith.
I
Okay.
literally did nothing on my turn.
2 whites surround Lucius. The other white is going to attack Quill because that's who it was told to attack.
That's all white.
Let's do Quill first. It's going to reach out with its hand to try and grab you, and then it's going to swing its sword.
No. No.
13 to hit on its hand.
No. Slap its hand away. No.
As you slap it, oh jeez, a 3. I rolled like a 2, 3, and 4 against Quill. 14 on its sword attack.
Oh, that is enough, but I'm not going to shield it.
Okay, so you take the attack.
Yes.
Okay.
I do
You're
not
gonna
have the
take
spell slots.
12 points of slashing damage as you slap its hand away, and then it plunges its blade, trying to kind of catch you as much as it can.
No.
Wow, that escalated.
Yeah. And then against Lucius, the 2 on either side of Lucius do the same thing. With one sort of like chilling necrotic hand, they're going to reach out and then they swipe their sword. So on their chilling necrotic hand, that's a 28 on their hand.
Yeah.
So this is going to be that is going to be 7 points of necrotic damage. And can you make a con save, please, Lucius?
They also take 15 points of cold damage.
Noted. Are they?
No, they're not resistant.
No, they don't.
I've looked.
No. Well, who says that these are normal whites? You can't tell me that.
I looked at your notes. 10.
10. Well, your hit point maximum is reduced by 7. As the chilling grip of the white strikes you, it reduces your hit points. And then 18 on its longsword attack.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
That hits as well. That's going to be 9 points of slashing damage that follows it. And then the one on the other side of you, especially now that you do not have any more Armor of Agathis, is going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Q, 20 to hit.
Yeah.
That's going to be, and another con save, please. That's going to be 10 points of necrotic damage and another con save.
Rolled a 16 on that con save.
16, you're fine. That one you managed to shrug off the sort of life-draining effect of that white. But you still take the 10 necrotic damage. And then a 15 on its longsword attack.
That won't hit, finally.
It managed to parry it or block it on the Stormcaller's chain.
Excellent.
As the whites finish their chain of attacks. Then we go to Lucius.
All right. I'm going to quicken my spell, so it's a bonus action. Take my main action as a disengage. I'm going to move 5, 10, just behind the corpse of the skeletons in front of the Lich. And I'm going to cast Cone of Cold, trying to catch these 3, but not Max. If it's not possible, I'll just aim for 2.
Yeah, so this is a 60-foot cone?
Yeah.
Oh god, I never remember how to figure this out because it's massive. 60-foot.
Got a little template in your roll 20s?
I have like a 20-foot cone, but I don't think I've got a.
We can extrapolate from that.
No, it's not a cone; it's a sphere. So the thing is I never know. It's like 60 feet. Because it's 60 feet, such a pain in the ass. It's like it'll go that wide, and then I guess it's like 60 feet this way. So you would hit Tiangong is the only problem. If you want to hit these guys but not hit Max, you will unfortunately hit Tiangong.
What I will do then is move
just barely clipping Tiangong
and aim the cone southeast to just get those two in a line there.
So if I do that, yeah, so like that, and then 60 feet.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah. Okay, yep. Easily done. All right. Kind of cold on these two whites.
Con 18. Save, please.
Okay. Very much like the skeletons, these, because they are undead, they also use Godric's saving throws. And so...
It can't be resistant to this, though, because I'm an elemental adept.
It's nothing to do with resistance, it's just their saving throws. 19 on the first one. And
yeah,
then
that saves.
23 on the next one, so I think that's half damage. As they do manage to... Some sort of presence of Godric makes them more resistant.
44 points of cold damage each.
So 22?
What?
Because they saved.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
22. So you watch... So you watch as the cold kind of coats these whites in rime and frost. They do manage to avoid some of it, shrugging off with supernatural resilience, but they are both still standing, unfortunately.
One closest to Quill and Max.
Actually.
25 feet away. We'll get an extra 9 points of dichromancy cold damage.
The one closest to Quill and Max.
Yes.
That is enough to destroy it.
Quacks. Or Mill.
You watch as the dichromancy manages to break apart that white that was threatening Max and Quill.
Oh, I got it.
Quacks.
What name?
Max had hit it. Max had hit it twice on his turn, so it was already weakened.
And I did tons.
Yep.
You were there.
You were there.
Yeah.
You were present. Anything else, Lucius, on your turn?
That's me.
That's you done. All right, all of the skeletons are dead. So we go to Nova Vija.
Hello. I would like to move Tiangong up so they are next to Godric, the other side of the Godrics. And then I'm going to do a lot. I'm going to do some attacks, Unleash Carnot, and an action surge. So we're going to be here a while.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Kill him! Kill him dead! Again.
So that is... How do we do that again? I always forget.
So what is D8 for the weapon normally?
D8 plus 9.
So it'd be 8 plus 9.
Which is...
So 17.
17. Do I get a plus
D8.
4 on that as well with the force damage?
Let's do it in stages. So it's max the weapon die. So 8 plus 9 is 17. Roll 1d8.
1d8. 5.
So that'd go to
22.
What did I just say? 22, and then 4. Did you say from? What is it from? The 4?
From my Tiangong's force damage.
Okay. So, and that's the D4, right?
Yeah.
And then you get another D4 on top of that. So 26 plus another D4.
3.
So 29 points of damage.
Nice.
First strike. Cleaves through, dealing a scathing blow. That's the first of many, because I believe this is 8 attacks.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to be here a while. 31 to hit the next one.
Hits. Yep.
That is 12 slash and 1 force, so 13 damage
13.
total.
So the next strike through as Nova, with an incredible speed, strikes multiple times. Next one hits.
22. 16 slashos and 2 force.
Another 18 points. Third strike.
So that is my first thing. So Unleash Incarnate. So this is Tiangong going 19, 32 to hit.
Oh.
Yep.
15 damage. Does Tiangong get the plus D4, plus 1d4 extra damage?
It's as if you made the attack, so yep.
Yeah. 15 plus 3, so...
Another 18.
18. So that's the Unleash Incarnate.
That's your full action at this point, because you've done your 3 attacks plus Unleash Incarnate. I'm assuming you would then like to action surge and do it all again.
Yes, sir. I would like to action surge, please. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Like, another 3 base attacks.
Did you
25.
hex this guy?
No, I don't think you would Hexblade cursed him yet, have you?
I've used my Hexblade Curse on the Knight of War.
Yeah, no, I figured.
Yeah. No, I'm very low on stuff I can do. That is 25 to hit, 14 points of regular damage, and 4 points of force damage.
Another 18, like 18, 18, 18.
Oh my god.
You see Godric for the first time really 15 misses. This is the first one that missed but you see Godric is now sort of looking wounded.
Oh.
So this is the
29 to hit.
That's the last of the base attacks.
No, that was the first of my.
So no, because you did after your action surge. You did one, you hit, you missed the next one, so this is the third of your action surge attacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a 29 to hit, 14 points of damage.
Plus the D4.
Plus 3, so 17.
And then, do you have enough Unleash Incarnates to do one more?
No, I only had one Unleash.
Right, so then that's all of it, basically.
That's me. Yeah.
I mean, that's you have taken them down, like, these, what was that, like, 6 of the strikes successfully hit, and you can see just rents and dents and tears in Godric's armor and clothing, chips of bone taken from the skeletal arm, and yeah, the Death Knight is looking injured.
Holy crap. How much damage was that total? I've got no idea.
Somebody's worked it out. 104. Yeah.
Jesus.
Nice.
Very good. And that's your full turn, Nova?
That's pretty much. I was going to maybe cast Compelled Duel, but I'm not feeling it right now, so carry on.
Sounds good. All right, Ayla.
I'm just going to hit twice, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, but your 2 hits.
Yeah, you hit bigger.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a nat 20.
So this is where like you're probably going to do half that damage in one attack. So
exactly.
Hell yeah, let's go.
We're having a competition here. The ladies are having a competition. Boys, if you could just watch.
Give me a second because no.
Oh wait, no, shit, I've got a different hammer.
I'm bowing out now.
So
this is not happening.
12 times 4 is 48, plus another 8d6. Yep.
So it's the damage that I've got now is 2d6 for the hammer and then 1d8 fire.
Yeah.
Plus,
and the easy way to break it down is we take the 2d6 of the base hammer because that gets maxed, right, to start with. So that we know that that's 12 per thing, and because of brutal critical, that becomes 48. So it's 48 plus your modifier
which is 9 because I'm raging.
So 48 plus 9 is 57.
And then roll it again?
And then roll 8d6. So it's 57 plus 8d6.
That was 2. So I rolled 2. That was an additional 10. That's another 10. So that was 4 dice. Plus 3 plus 7.
30.
That's the d6s.
Another 30, was that, Tom?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so currently up to 87.
D8?
Yep, so now, D8, 48.
6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 5.
24.
87 plus 24 brings us to
112,
111, I think so. Yeah.
111. Yep.
Yeah, sounds right to me.
Okay. 111.
111 points of damage in one hit.
What was that, Katie? You were complaining there.
Okay. I might need to look at my crit rules and check. I'm doing that.
No,
Because brutal critical.
It adds 3 additional.
A die of dice.
But
yeah,
if it's different if I'm doing a D10. Because it's the bait, it's whatever the hammer does, right?
It's not that. It's like the way I normally do crits is like the reason that we max the dice is that because it sucks
So
to
you don't
roll
get
a
a
1.
crappy.
Yeah, so you don't get a crappy damage die. But then when Brutal Critical comes in, it kind of gets ski-whiffed and it becomes incredibly strong. But we're going to keep it as is. Like, that's the rules that we've said for this campaign. That's it. It's, I mean, yeah, that's it. It's just like, it's just...
It doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
No, it's just wild.
I like the idea that Nova and Tiangong went to town, and Ayla was, like, mostly proud, but also looked at that and just went, now, hold on a minute.
No.
So yeah, with that one strike, you see, and probably from the fact that Nova, carves them up and is striking and sort of almost distracting Godric, right? Like, as they're trying to fend off all these multiple blows, which gives Ayla the wind-up time, yeah. And then just from the side, you just hear this sickening crunch as Godric is probably reeled backwards. Like, we won't move them on the map, but there is definitely like they are kind of like staggered and have to catch themselves. Yeah. So
take a second shot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You got the second attack.
Knight of War's
15
hammer, right?
plus
Hammer.
16, so 15
Hits.
plus 16 to hit. Then
Here we go, another one.
7 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 on the hammer plus 2 fire. Then a dex save.
Okay, and then Dex. That's an 18 base on the Dex save.
15. So it's 16 lightning damage, but let me just check, because I have a feeling it might be 19.
Yep, check the DC.
Shit, where is it? Which section are you in?
It's features and traits normally.
Why?
It was 19.
I think it was 19.
19 sounds
I
right.
mean, we'll go with the 19. I don't want to slow the game down anymore. We'll go with 19.
Yeah,
Yep.
my apologies. I'll double
That's all right.
check. I'm sure it was.
I mean, they're resistant to lightning anyway, so
Yeah,
they're going to
19.
take. So they're going to take 8. All right. So you watch as the lightning blast hits Godric, and he kind of crumples to one knee, like clutching his chest, and then you just hear almost this. The wail of. It sounds like somebody far away, like in a well deep beneath the earth, like something distant yet close at the same time. This echoing woman's scream just resonates through this temple, and Godric, as an immediate reaction, will regain a certain amount of hit points and becomes a translucent spectral figure, and they rush through Tiangong, Sentry, and Lucius to arrive on the other side of Lucius, just kind of rushing forward like a spectre. As they do so. Lucius, Sentry, and Tiangong, you guys both, you all take 15 points of damage, which will destroy Tiangong, unfortunately, the Echo. And also, Sentry and Lucius, you cannot regain hit points until the end of your next turn.
shit.
Okay. Damn.
Yep. And you see as Godric is basically restored some of his strength. I cannot fall here. I must, for my lady. And then he rushes forwards as the spectral form.
Damn.
And yeah, you can see that they are still somewhat spectral. They are physical, but there is this kind of green ghostly glow to them now. As we move to, if that was the end of, I mean, Ayla, technically you still have movement, but that was in a reaction to you delivering that blow.
I'm good for now.
Okay,
I'll catch up
all right.
with them later.
Sentry.
I might move slightly, but
I'm gonna call forth Starbreaker again as a bonus action, and I'm gonna charge forward, to protect Lucius and also to hit Godric as well.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
I'll do some attack against this war.
Okay.
Oh, that was almost a natural 20, but it rolled to a 14.
I don't know if I could have taken two. I don't know if like as a DM I think I would have just closed the stream if I had 2 crits from the team.
Natural 20 ladies club. Come on.
Yeah, also
just, like,
no,
roll down.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
just warrior ladies over here.
High sometimes.
You get some fuck off with sometimes. You guys hit big all the fucking time. Like you 3 are the damage.
Fuels me. It fuels me, Mark.
I know it does. I just don't want to hear any complaints when I hit with I crit on my enemies that do like a bajillion damage. Right. Anyway, Starbreaker definitely hits Sentry.
Woo! I'm going to unleash my Divine Smite at level 3 for the final time. That's
Alright.
5d8, I believe. 2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5. He's undead. Yep. 2d12.
Yep, he is undead. Can you just make sure you whether you roll for it separately or if it comes up in the D&D Beyond, just tell me what the physical damage. So Starbreaker plus your modifier, keep that separate from the radiant damage for me.
Cool, no worries. Starbreaker's just 2d12. 12 for Starbreaker.
So total of 12 for Starbreaker.
Yeah.
And then the rest would be
47, 50.
so 35 is radiant.
Yeah.
So the Starbreaker, the impact of Starbreaker, almost as if that green spectral element, that energy you can see, is now sort of protecting Godric's physical form, but the burning radiant light sears the ghostly kind of energy around him and definitely strikes a solid blow against Godric.
Nice.
How does your light still function?
I used to do con as well for the last one when Godric went through me.
Yeah, 15. That is going to be a fail.
Okay,
DC
so that's
10.
gone. Alright, I'll
So
do a
Aura of
second
Vitality
attack.
is gone. Okay.
But just standard, because I've got no Divine Smite left. 20 to hit.
20 to hit. Will just hit. Yeah, still hits.
Oh. Right, just the 2d12 for this one then.
You do get one. You get 1d8 base because he is undead.
Okay, so 12 for Starbreaker, and then
6.
d8 is a 2 plus
2
7,
points.
24 plus 7, 31.
Okay, hang on. I'll add the extra 2 to the physical. So the physical damage, again, the same thing. That ghostly energy, even though Starbreaker is a magical weapon, the physical strike does not seem to be as effective as you would hope. But that little bit of radiant energy does manage to just burn through, causing some harm.
Okay, so I'm going to stand just protective against Lucius, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. In that case, if you are all done, we go to Godric.
No.
And Godric is going to use a couple of things. The first thing he's going to do is he is going to order one of the whites to rush and make an attack against Lucius. Just do this real quick. That's your reaction to use.
Yeah.
All right, so disadvantage against Lucius. So the lowest one is a 24 is the lowest attack, unfortunately.
Jeez.
Yeah. That'll hit.
I rolled the same number twice. 12 points of damage against you, Lucius.
Okay.
And then Godric is technically Lucius. You will get an attack of opportunity against him if you would like to take it.
Yeah.
It would use your reaction. All right. Melee attack.
20 to hit.
20
My
hits.
captain's command sword.
He does.
My sword.
I'll do that one-handed because I imagine it's quite a quick.
Well, you also
Swipe.
need your spare hand to make spells to cast spells.
11 points of slashing damage.
All right. Even though a magical weapon like Sentry Starbreaker, the ghostly energy does seem to protect him.
Yeah.
And then you watch as Godric, wounded, clearly sort of like lingering, holds his scythe, and then in his free hand, a spectral version of the same scythe appears, and he sweeps it like a pendulum, both hands, in 2 30-foot cones on either side of him.
Oh,
One
no.
that will hit
Oh, boy.
Sentry and Lucius, one that will hit Max and Quill.
Does it hit his liches?
He can angle it so that he does not hit them, I believe.
Wow.
Oh boy.
So that is a dexterity saving throw. This is not a spell. This is a physical, unique strike.
I was scared of this move. Oh god. Okay.
I'll do dex save.
Same.
Max rolled a 1.
Oh, Max! No.
Right. So let's do it. Lucius, what'd you get?
Failed. We got 7. I got 7.
You got 7. Sentry.
12.
12. Quill.
12.
Well, okay, everyone did fail. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case.
I meet my fate. I'm ready.
You may very well be. So that's 35 slashing damage to everyone.
35?
I'm not done. That's 35 slashing damage to everyone.
Oh, yeah, defo.
I'm down on that.
Yep.
Oh, really?
36 necrotic damage to everyone.
Okay.
I've got resistance to that, so...
It's not more than my
That
max,
would be
so...
18.
And it was just one attack, right, with just a different type
That
of
was
damage.
one attack that, it was just different damage types, so it was in case you had any resistance. So yeah, 35 slashing, 36 necrotic.
That's,
I'm on 1.
Oh my god.
Does your thingy trigger Sentry?
Undying Sentinel triggers, yeah.
Undying Sentinel.
36, 18, 44, 54. There's no way I can save against this for my spells. My concentration, 20, but no.
No.
Yeah, so Bacon's gone, and I suppose Aura Vitality for Sentry is gone as well.
Yep.
Yes, I mean, I don't think you can physically succeed Sentry,
No.
so unfortunately,
I went
Aura
last time
Vitality
anyway.
is gone. You see Max takes a pretty brutal blow himself, and is looking pretty injured as well, but not as bad as perhaps Sentry and Quill at this stage.
Well, Sentry and Lucius can't be healed until the end of their next turn as well.
Next turn. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's his action to use that. He's used his bonus action. Actually, barely needed to use his legendary resistance because he's not been hit by stuff that needed a saving throw. He just got he got pummeled. He just got pummeled by 3 people. And I think that's it. So we will go to Maximilian, who doesn't really have much left. He's got no spells. He's got no healing.
Token there.
Yeah, so Max will just be like, Quill, will you be alright? I have nothing left.
I'm thinking. I don't know.
Alright, Max will... Because Max knows that he probably can see that his weapon isn't having much effect, so he's just going to step up and try and deal with this white for now. Just because they're going to be a problem if they start hitting people as well. First one's going to hit. Second one is just barely going to hit. For 10. Plus 11.
Okay.
21 points of damage to that one, which I think is unfortunately the least damaged one. And then we go to Keelik Adkalar at the top of the round.
This move that Godric did, you said it was pendulum, and he's lifted his scythes up.
Yeah, that spectral scythe
again,
has gone. Well, he did it. He kind of swung the pendulums like that. The spectral scythe is now gone. He's just holding the one again now.
Okay, so not going for round 2 on that attack. That's good.
Yeah. There's no telegraph on the ground saying move now.
Good. I knowing that I can't heal Lucius, I don't know how I'd identify this as like a held action.
You could, so you can see that like there was like a residue, like a magical aura left by Godric's passing through them, similar to you've seen other creatures use it, like the chill touch spell and things like that before. It's a necrotic energy.
Right. 4, 5. So with my 50 feet of flying down to 25, I can land next to Sentry and also next to Lucius. And yeah, I'll wait for this residue to dissipate, before I cure wounds on Lucius at level 4.
So you're going to hold action. You're going to hold
Yeah.
action to heal Lucius. Okay.
So he will have to make a death save and all the other things that happen before the end of his turn. But at the end of his turn, I will cure his wounds.
Okay. All right.
Thank
you done?
you. Can't
That's me.
possibly
That's
die.
yeah. I'll bonus action summon Elder Quill, not to do anything, just so he's
Okay.
there.
All right.
For backup.
Mark's making a face.
I know he is. Look, I don't. You know?
Yeah.
Think about it.
So just check. Tom, done. End of turn.
Done.
Right.
Done.
The white next to Lucius stabs Lucius.
Son of a-
Protect Lucius against
That was
that.
the last order. Yes, he does still technically have to make the attack roll. He has advantage on it because Lucius is currently prone.
Yeah.
You would give him disadvantage, which makes it a straight roll. He is still within Godric's aura, which means he gets a bonus to his attack rolls.
Although, how often do you get that protection reaction?
One reaction per round. Like Sentry's turn, she'll get that reaction again.
Right, I think you used it last time.
It's a
when
new
the red
round.
attacked
It's a new
Lucius.
round.
No, but Sentry hasn't had a go yet. Sentry used it after her turn. She hasn't got her reaction back.
Ah, fair enough. Okay.
No, Tom's right.
Is it a
think
double
Tom's right on that
failure
one.
or is it a single?
Well, I have to still hit you, which I think I'm going to, even with advantage. I think I'm going to.
I
I've
don't
got
know that.
advantage.
I'm very live.
Yeah, 25. So it's 2 because it's a melee attack within. It's automatically a crit, which means 2 failed death saving throws, Lucius.
Okay.
The other one is going to attack Max. Like, it's not intelligent enough to step up and attack the weakened sentry because it was kind of ordered. Actually, the whites aren't the skeletons. They're a lot more intelligent, actually. Yeah, this one is going to risk an attack of opportunity from Max, who will get to strike it.
I mean, he did just hit that one a couple times.
He hits,
as well.
yeah. He did. He hits for 13 points of damage, which weakens it,
Not enough?
nearly destroys
Oh.
it, but not enough.
Damn it.
And then this one is going to step up, and it will make... Nope, I've moved on. I'm going to... That's a big change. I forgot these guys have 2 attacks. It's a bloody good job I did, because I forgot that it could have attacked Lucius twice. I'm going to carry on. This one is going to move up to Sentry, and it's going to use its life drain on Sentry.
It used both of its attacks to stab down. It's harder to stab down.
He stabbed and then stabbed a bit
That's
more.
it.
Yeah.
Stabbed a bit more, and that's why it's 2. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Essentially, that is going to be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
You take... so, I'm going to roll this. So you would take 12 points of necrotic, and can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Well, I'm down, so it's fine.
Oh,
No, you still make the con
Damn it.
save. Still make the con save for me. Yep.
Oh, it could
Okey-dokey.
linger in.
21 on the con
21.
save.
You're fine.
All right.
And then,
Down I go.
And then with its second attack,
Oh!
no, come on.
Oh shit!
I forgot it on Lucius. I'm not going to forget it now. So, Sentry, that's 2 failed death saves, I'm
2
afraid.
failures. Shit.
I hate it, but like you guys knew going into this that this
Yeah.
was a fight against Godric and like these guys who are like their
God
their
in his
goal
name.
is to kill people, like
Yep.
to send them on. Like they're not gonna show any mercy. And whites are smarter than normal skeletons. Like the whites would sense that Sentry is closer to death than Max and would
Not on the
absolutely
average
go for
skeleton.
him.
Do any
Yeah.
of you have Death Ward on? Like, who
I
has
do.
Death Ward?
No.
Right.
I think I
haven't
have
used
it.
yet.
Quill and Ayla have got it. Yeah, that's it.
Why did we
I
give
haven't
it
used
to
that.
Ayla?
Well, because you
I
all
mean,
took
Ayla-
necrotic
Ayla-
resistance.
And also, I'll make
I'll
the point.
take
Ayla is like pretty low on HP as well.
I'm-
like, it's
I'm not
like,
doing
yeah,
good
This is low.
Either.
This is tough for everyone. Like this is
This
is
is
bad for
I'm
everyone.
afraid
this is
that
very tough.
the ultimate thing, because Quill, your held action doesn't come in until the end of Lucius's turn.
I know.
Before
that's-
that, he has
yeah.
to make a death saving throw at the start of his turn.
All right.
So at the start of your turn, Lucius, a
Wait,
death saving throw.
No,
please.
you don't. You do not have to make a death saving throw because Elder Quill is going to do the ability that I rarely use. He's going to rush forward to a creature within 50 feet and automatically succeed a saving throw.
If that is the
Elder Quill
wording,
can do.
Oh my god.
As a
That is the
reaction to
word.
another creature within 50 feet, failing a saving throw or being hit by a weapon attack. So if
Okay, so
Lucius
he has to
fails
roll it. Yeah, if he fails it, you can use it to make it a success instead. Now, in a success in this is not a natural 20. It'll just be the 10, like, they don't get any worse. It'll just be the normal sort of, like, standard roll. And death saving throws are saving throws. They do count as saving throws. All right.
I succeed.
You succeed.
anyway.
One success. You then get to the end of your turn because you're still unconscious. And then Quill's held action goes off.
Which was I think it was I did
Kill
it at
wounds,
4,
4th
didn't
level.
I? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 d8, I think. Plus 6. So you get 23 healing.
Wowie. Thought that was it.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Tom. You wouldn't have been able to use that, Elder Quill, because you used your held action, which uses your reaction to then cast the healing spell. So if you'd used Elder Quill, you wouldn't have been able to heal him afterwards. Reaction stacking. But luckily, doesn't matter. You didn't need to. So, Lucius,
Well-
you feel like life come back to you.
Wait until Sentry's
as you
turn.
Well, that's a very good point. And up next, we have Nova Vija. Currently, the healthiest warrior amongst you all.
I mean, this is just payback for, like, not payback, but I was on 3 health last fight.
You were.
And on your own.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to try something that's probably not going to work, but let's do
I love it.
I'm going to move up to
Godric.
Rick. I'd like to try and cast Compelled Duel, which is a wisdom saving throw. He's probably going to pass, but wisdom 19.
Wisdom 19. Well, it's a 13, but I'm going to use, because he has had no reason to use them yet, one of his legendary resistances. If the Death Knight fails a saving throw, they can choose to succeed instead. And so you reach out and you're trying to channel Godric into a duel, and he will look behind you. In another life, I would have accepted your honorable challenge. Alas, my lady will not allow it. And he's instead, you can see him raising his scythe towards Sentry and like Lucius, and like, but the compelled duel fails.
What a poopy bum face. Could you tell him he's a poopy bum face, please, Mark?
Acknowledged.
Okay. I'm just gonna straight up attack him then. Like, we're just gonna.
So compelled duel's bonus action, isn't it? Actually,
bonus action, yes.
Yeah, nice.
So that's a 25 to hit on the first
25
one.
hits. Mm-hmm.
12 points of regular sword damage and 1 point of force, so 13 total.
30. Well, the regular
Is he
damage,
still-
very much like the other attacks, are being resisted, but the force damage does its full amount. The force damage strikes whatever ethereal kind of protections. Does not seem to resist the force damage.
Okay. Well, I'll just have to keep going because not much
absolutely.
else I can do. 29 to hit.
Hits.
14 regular damage and
14
a little
regular.
tickle of 2 force damage.
2 points of force damage. That's the second attack. You can see, like, desperately trying to fend off these attacks. Still looking heavily injured, but this ghostly energy almost protecting him.
31 to hit, 15 points of regular damage, and 4 points of force damage.
Alrighty. Again, the strikes, like a death by 1,000 cuts every time Tiangong strikes, although it's not as powerful or as, as devastating, many of them, all in quick succession, quickly whittle down Godric's energy and defenses. But still standing.
I think even though Compelled Duel failed, like, Nova's just going to keep, like, shouting at him and being like, if you have any remains of honor, you'll fight me! Fight me! Not people who are down! Fight me! Just, she's gone a bit of rage chicken,
You just see, like, the saddest look on this guy's face. Like, there's no joy in what they're doing. Like, there is just this sad, stoic acceptance, and almost like they're trying to ignore you, but they're hearing every word. They're just unable to do anything about it. We go to Ayla.
Fuck. I have no potions on me whatsoever. so I can't even do anything to get
Sentry is still affected by the same problem Lucius had. She cannot regain hit points until the end of her turn.
I guess. Can I run over to Sentry? I don't know if this would work, but if I pulled out my other hammer, could I use a charge to cast Fly and pick Sentry up and take her out of it?
I mean, get her out of away from Godric's attack range.
Yeah, anyone who's attacking her.
Yeah, I mean, you could if you move over. So hang on, let me have a look here. So you are currently, how far away are you? So you're about 30 feet away. The hammer gives you a fly speed of 50 or 60?
50.
50. So you could then go about 20 feet away again, because it does still use up your movement speed. So you'd use 30 to get her. I mean, you, Ayla, would take attacks of opportunity from both White and Godric, if you did that. But they wouldn't be able to, I'd say, because you'd be holding Sentry's body, you'd obviously be trying to make sure they can't attack her. So
that's the only way I can see around this. I might go down though doing this. So if I go down, please fucking save me. I'll do that.
Sure.
I'll do that.
All right. So you move over, you grab Sentry, and then you're going to move about 20 feet. It's about there. Carrying Sentry with you. I'd say with your high strength, you don't have to worry about half speed and stuff, but this is going to be 3 attacks of opportunity coming your way. So, Godric with his scythe. That is only going to be a 14.
Doesn't hit.
Probably actually, yeah, I would use that. 14, alright. First White, their life drain. It's a natural 20 on the first White.
Oh, no.
Second White is only a 15, so that's going to be miss. But that first White is going to be a hit. So this is with their life drain. So this is going to be...
Is there a con save?
There will be a con save at the end of this as well, yes. So 12, 16. So con save for me, please. It's 16 necrotic regardless.
16?
16 necrotic damage regardless, yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 19 on my con plus 11.
Yeah, you're fine. You still take the 16 necrotic damage, but there's no additional effect. You don't get reduced to points.
Good.
All right, so you fly away, carrying Sentry's body with you. End of turn?
That's literally all I can do. I don't have any... Does any of that count as an... That's movement, right?
I would say picking Sentry up would probably be your action to try and grab her, because she's so big and heavy, it's still
I can't do a medicine check or anything?
Medicine check. Medicine check doesn't restore hit points.
No.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah. I'd say you could make a medicine check. Yeah, sure. You can try a medicine check. DC 10. Straight up medicine.
Medicine. Oh,
That's wisdom based, so I imagine you're not
8.
proficient.
I rolled a 7.
8.
No.
So we move to Sentry. Sentry, at the start of your round, I need that death saving throw, please. My good chum.
Alrighty. I've got driven to purpose to get an extra d4.
That works while you're...
I'm going to use that.
It does, yeah. Yeah, it does, yeah. Does work on things like death saving throws and stuff, yeah.
I kind of don't want to roll this dice because I know what my dice rolls are like.
Yeah.
Scream! It's fine. I'm not going to look.
Oh!
Is that... Oh, it's a 19. I thought that was a nat 20.
No.
Very good roll.
I live for another round.
Success. You live for another round, and the chilling necrotic aura of Godric's spectral form fades, and you can now regain hit points.
God, if you could hear my heartbeat right now. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Chris Crop, can you roll a d6 for me, please?
Is this for Godric?
Ideally one that everyone can see. This is to see if an ability recharges.
2.
All right. Ability does not recharge. They can, however, do something. Let me just check the range on this. And
uh-oh. He's got his ruler out. He's wanging it around.
Here he comes.
Please, Mercy have. Has Mercy? Nah.
you can have Mercy. You can have Mercy. I'm thinking about it.
Do your worst.
No, this is actually... this will be more interesting. The first thing Godric will do is look towards Lucius and Quill and the area around Sentry. And he will just speak a word, but you don't hear a word come out. And the area around Lucius, Quill, Ayla, and Sentry, you can no longer hear sound. So it goes silent.
No!
And then he will step. He does actually have reach on his scythes as well. So from his position, he will make one attack against... Who's looking the worst out of everyone? Quill and Lucius.
No.
What? I look the worst in real life. I look the worst in real life.
Yeah.
You do look the worst in real life. You do.
Yeah.
With his scythes, he will swing once at Lucius.
I tried, lads.
I've
I
got
tried.
insane AC, it won't hit.
19, 30 to hit.
Oh.
I think that scrapes by, yeah.
And then Quill, that is a 16 to hit.
God, I have to shield this.
Does shield have a verbal component?
Oh.
Oh no.
Probably does.
Yeah.
You can't shield
I can't shield it.
Sorry. Oh my
Oh my
god,
God.
Jesus
Are
Are all
Christ. The
If 3 of you go
damage
down,
roll.
Nova and I, we don't have healing.
Let's have a look.
I
What
can't
is it?
believe
You
that
can do it.
damage roll.
You can do it, boys.
That's 23 slashing damage, Lucius. That
That's
was
perfect.
9, 9, 10. Is that? Are you down?
Exactly enough to go down.
All right. I don't need to worry about the necrotic damage then.
Go,
Because that already
Godric.
puts you down. Actually, I do need to worry about necrotic because Godric heals off of it. Oh, luckily it was pretty crap. So you watch as Lucius is felled by a sweep of the scythe, and then against Quill, that is going to be 20 points of slashing damage. Quill.
Okay. Yeah. How much necrotic?
And-
More than 2?
16
Yeah.
necrotic.
Okay.
How are we? We're fucked. This is TPK.
No, my death ward goes
TPK,
off.
stop stressing. Nova
My
and
death ward
Sentry, you're
goes off.
fine.
I've got 1 HP.
Your death ward goes off. You're on 1 HP. Bam! Death ward scroll.
Yeah.
All right.
Now see what I do with this 1 HP.
I will also draw.
Make it cute.
I'm gonna do a little butt wiggle while I do what I do. Really cute
Just put your
butt.
butt in his face and just go, nah.
No, don't taunt him. Don't taunt him.
You're gonna kill me. Yeah.
I'm too powerful.
Look at me, I'm gonna say.
Excuse me, what the hell is that?
This is the
Give me a bird.
silence spell.
Oh, okay, I can deal with that.
I'm just putting it down so that we know the borders and stuff of it, even if your characters don't. Okay. Maximilian, seeing Lucius and Quill desperately injured, is going to move himself into the middle, planting himself in front of Lucius and Quill, and he will, as a free action, he will cast Warding Bond on Quill.
Oh.
And then he will also designate Quill as his Royal Guard, which grants Quill the benefits of half cover. And that is basically Max's entire turn. He is just going to act as a shield between one of these wights and Godric against Quill and Lucius. Quill, you
Nice.
currently have the benefits of half cover, And also
my
you
body?
have yeah, it is. Cool, you have the benefits of half cover, and you also have resistance to all damage whilst you are warded
Okay.
with Max. Max, however, takes any damage you take,
Things off
Max
his
takes
chest.
the same amount. Yeah.
God, I mean...
Quill, it's your turn.
Oh, shit! Okay, so I need to heal both Sentry and Lucius, and myself, and Max, and Ayla, and... Nova, you're probably fine, right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Cool, you're good. And I
For
have,
now.
at max, a level 4 spell slot to do it with. I can't do this! Not doable! It's impossible! Can Lucius be cured? He hasn't got any, like...
Yeah, no, yeah, everyone can be cured now. Nobody's got any necrotic effect or anything like that.
I didn't roll for it.
I mean, he
But
is...
keep in mind, you are in silence. No, the scythe doesn't cause that effect. There was
Okay.
the scythe doesn't. The scythe heals Godric when he hits you with it.
All right.
I will. I mean, I have to come out of the silence to heal Lucius in some way, but then I'll be further than touch range, so it's going to have to be a bonus action heal, which is fine. So yeah, I'll wait. If I leave this position, I'll lose the half cover and stuff, right?
Still be next to him though.
As any attack against you, like a reactionary attack, you would still have it, but then once you move away, you lose it.
Right. But if I go
any
like
any
one
opportunity
space?
attack, south, you'd be fine. You'd be fine. South one space. Yep.
Okay, so I'm next to the white, but still next to Max and out of the
Oops.
silence. I will bonus action cure wounds, not cure wounds. The other one on Lucius at 3rd level. So you're going to get Lucius healing word. That's what it is. 3d4 plus 6. 1, 2,
Did
3,
you put him
4.
back,
1,
Mark?
2, 3.
Yes, I'm putting you back.
I deleted myself.
You
Stupid
got
twat.
14 healing, Lucius.
Thank you. Amazing.
And as an action,
It's a real roller
I will
coaster.
use Sacred Flame on Godric.
Oh, Godric.
So a dex save of 22. He's not very dexy.
He's definitely
Max
not.
is, though.
3 fail.
Perfect. 48 plus 6 radiant damage. Oh my god, 27 damage with a cantrip. I'd love to see
And
that.
the spectral form doesn't help against any of that. You watch as the sacred flame washes over Godric, and almost as if being physically burned by real fire. Kind of like, in pain, as if seared and burnt by actual fire.
Cool.
Sacred
okay.
flame did a ton. Yeah.
That did a lot of damage.
Yes.
And that's my
Really
turn.
did.
Lucius is back up. I'm still next to Max, and yeah, I'm done.
Okay. All right. The white remaining one will attempt to swing at Quill, but you will gain the benefits of +2 AC. And Max is also technically within 5 feet, so he can use his parry on you as well. Natural 1 on the first one.
Great. The next one?
12.
What total?
Yep.
No,
Sorry, 14 total.
I've got 16 with the half cover.
So Max kind of reaches over and just sort of puts the broken greatsword in the way, deflecting it at the last second. And then the one against Lucius. 2, so 12 Lucius on the first one.
Hell no.
And then on the next one, that'd be a 15.
No.
Miss, both miss. As they get
You said
deflected
that-
away as these
Said that
whites
like
try
a
and strike you.
rebellious child swearing.
I know the way he said that. Lucius,
Lucius is going to...
have you healed yourself of those hit points, by the way, Lucius? It's not
Yeah.
showing up.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Oh, well, it's not showing up on mine.
Whilst I'm still on the floor, I'm going to reach out a clawed hand at the lich right next to me, and you'll see icicles form on the lich, and it's frostbite. cantrip.
Is this a verbal? Does it have a verbal component?
It absolutely does. So what I'm going to do is disengage and run away.
Well, if you didn't want to, you could move next to Godric. You could shift 5 foot, like go 5 feet to. Yeah, you could do that as well. Yeah, that would get you out. Yeah, that gets you out.
I just poke my head out. Frostbite. And yes,
nice.
Frostbite is a con save of 18 on the Lich.
Con save. That is going to be with Godric's. That's going to be 17. So I think that fails if it's DC 18. It does.
46 because my level. 17 points of cold
destroys that white.
Oh,
and because I cast that, it doesn't count as a cantrip, does it? I can't dichromancy.
Can't dichromancy, it's a cantrip.
Yep. That's me then. I get
that
up,
is you.
Brush myself off, and await the
Stand
next
up,
fall.
Yeah, I mean, you actually still got, so you moved 5 feet, you crawled like, well, I guess you would have gotten up, so
got bonus
you've got
action,
10
right?
feet of movement left. You got 10 feet of movement left as well if you want to use that.
Yeah.
But it's Nova Vija next, so while you do that 10 feet of movement, Nova's
but
going
my bonus action is just going to be some meta magic. I'm going to use a 7th level spell to get 7 sorcery points.
Okay.
Just so everyone knows.
Okay, alright.
Nova. 7th level spells?
I have one.
Kim brain dumb right now.
That's fine.
Godric is still in ghosty form, right? And it's only
there's like a ghostly energy to him, yeah, that seems to be protecting him against physical harm.
And so the physical attacks weren't doing much, but it was the force damage. Did it seem to be any magical damage?
Not any, but force and radiant so far have been unaffected. But like the physical like strikes of weapons are resistant. So for example, Eldritch Blast, I would say, yeah, you would know Eldritch Blast would probably have full effect against them. But if you're within 5 feet, you get a disadvantage.
I'm gonna try something that may or may not work.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack with Tiangong, but with green flame. Right, green flame. That.
You gotta follow through it.
Sure. So this means that instead of making multiple attacks, you just make one.
I can
attack,
make one,
if it hits,
but
it does. Yeah.
And the second one, I'd like it to attack the white. But didn't Godric just get Sacred Flamed? Does that not light him up? Or no, that's Guiding Bolt. I'm an idiot.
No, Guiding Bolt, yeah. Wait, it doesn't do something?
So, 21 a hit?
Does hit, yeah.
Does hit. Okay, so this is the regular damage. It is a mere 12 points of regular damage. 2 points of force damage. And then Green Flame is 3d8 fire to Godric, which is 13 points of damage.
Fire damage affects him normally. He watches the fire. The green flame washes over, maybe like a purpley blue flame in Nova's case, washes over him and does like burn him and scorch him as well. And then I believe the white also takes 3d8.
3d8 plus 5, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points of damage.
Destroys the other white as well, which was barely hanging on.
Nice.
As this other white is also destroyed.
That was the one next to me as well. I was scared of that one.
And then bonus action, I'm going to summon Tiangong. So I'll plonk them somewhere if you want to carry on from me, but that is my move. Don't worry, I've got a second Tiangong. I moved them down in the corner if you want to delete that token.
Oh, okay.
I've just moved them down the corner. So carry on. I will move Tiangong.
Ayla, and then Sentry.
Can I search Sentry for potions of healing?
Sentry, do you have any potions?
None of healing, no.
You like bonus action, rummage through Sentry's pockets, or like spend a few moments, and you won't find anything.
I'm going to use another charge. I'm still flying for this turn, so I've got 50 feet of movement. I'm taking Sentry to Quill.
Okay.
I'm moving myself and Sentry down here to Quill.
Bump.
For my movement, I guess.
Yep.
For my action, I know it's not going to hurt him that much, but I'm just gonna say to Quill, I can't help her. I can't do anything. Save her. And
I'm on it.
I will attack him.
Godric. Yep. Go for it. I mean, half of a lot is still some.
Yeah. And the fire.
Half of the lot
works.
is still some. You're correct.
Yeah.
So I'm switching back to the other hammer again, the flamey boy.
Yep.
So 12 plus 16 to hit.
Hit.
17 damage on the hammer.
Yep.
And then 6 fire damage.
Okay, the fire damage has full effect, but the hammer, as I said. But you can see
Sure.
now, like, just even this ghostly energy is beginning to fade, leaving Godric's body this broken mess that you had, nearly killed before, being held together by this ghostly spectral energy.
I'll hit
Attack.
again. So that is going to be a 17 plus 16.
Hits.
Ah! I just knocked all of my dice everywhere. That's helpful. Oh, that was a terrible damage roll. I only rolled 3 on the dice, so 9, 10, and 12 damage.
Okay.
And
fire
then-
damage.
2 fire damage. That was terrible. Dex save.
Yes, dex save. Where is he? There he is. That's a 15 total. So full damage.
19 lightning damage.
Halved. So 19 gets halved down to 9 because of the lightning resistance. You watch as Godric is barely standing at this point. Extremely close. As we go to Sentry.
No!
Goes round.
It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Still got that driven to purpose.
Yeah. Well, I can use it once. That's it. I've used it.
Oh, that's true. You used it, didn't you?
Oh, you've
that's
used
true.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sentry's Matrix is just sparking.
I believe.
Here we go.
Okay.
Elder Quill. I have my reactions back.
He does.
Oh.
So, there is this
By the way,
moment.
for podcast listeners.
It was a 2.
Oh, the
There
2.
is this moment where the rest of you look over as you see the Prime Matrix flashing, pulsing, sparking, and then it begins to rapidly dim to the point where its light nearly goes out. Quill, you reach out and you send this energy conjured by the Staff of Oracles, by the Spear of Oracles, and as it floods in, it is enough as you watch as the Elder Quill reaches and just lightly places your wing, or its wing, his wing, against the Matrix. It flares to life, just enough to keep that spark there, just an ember, a glowing, tiny mote of light.
Oh yeah.
Incredible.
Beautiful.
I like to imagine the Matrix also
Once, and
flares
it counts
up
as a
in such
success,
way-
Sentry. So
It looks
Alright.
like
Success.
it looks like the Eye of the Storm for a second as well. The Matrix.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Oh,
as you see this, as this happens, Godric will look at Quill, look at Sentry, and all of you.
shit.
Never before have I seen one resist death as much as you have. Perhaps there is a hope that you can stop my lady and bring her peace. This last ounce of strength, I can only enforce her will. He will look around.
He's surrounded by low health people.
He will, as you see that green spectral scythe, whoosh, as he swings his sides in 2 pendulums, striking Ayla, Nova, Max, and Lucius.
Oh, not me.
No, not you.
Okay.
So that's a deck save. Ayla, Nova, Lucius, and Max.
That's a nat 1.
God.
I walk towards the scythe.
18.
18 for Ayla.
I rolled a 15, but I'm trying to decide whether or not to use Indomitable.
Indomitable.
Indomitable. Because I feel like a
Snowman.
15 is a fail, right?
I don't believe I can tell you. You have to
Yeah.
decide before I tell you. I believe.
I'm gonna roll again anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Might as well. I'll tell you this, Godric's pretty damn close. This fight's nearly
it was
over.
worse. The roll was worse. It was a 9,
Right,
so
okay.
yeah.
You're all taking full damage from this. So
Yeah.
y'all
Even
taking
18.
full damage.
Okay.
Ayla, you're going to take half of this anyway because it's slashing damage. So 34 points of slashing damage.
Down.
Have to.
So that would be 17 for you, Ayla.
Okay.
And then 35 points of necrotic damage.
Oh,
Max goes down.
I'm on exactly 0, but I'm relentlessly ragey and death.
Oh, yeah.
So Death Ward would probably trigger first because it's consumable. So Death Ward will trigger and you're on
I'm
1.
on 1.
Max goes down.
What's half of 35?
Half of 35 would be 15, 17 as well.
17, yeah.
Cool, thank you.
You're still good, Nova?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Okay.
All right. That is, with no one dead to command, that is all Godric can do. Not he needs to do more.
That's all he can do. He just down 2 people.
He just down 2 people.
Yeah.
Quill.
That's all he can do. Oh, God! Why? What am I meant to do? Too much healing, not enough spell slot. So, I'm going to scream, basically.
Fair, that's fair.
Is scream a
Okay.
good action?
No, you're valid.
Scream is a free action, but only once per
Yeah.
turn.
Okay, a single, really quick, loud scream.
Mhm.
I need to heal, but I need to kill. He's so close.
He's like you can see the energy, like on one knee, like as the scythes fade, he just collapses to like one knee, barely
Don't
able
worry
to
about
stand.
it. Don't worry about it.
If Sentry's only got 1 save left.
Heal.
True.
Yeah, heal.
Sentry's got 1 save.
Okay.
Nova and I are
will-
up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bonus action cure the healing word on Sentry at
Okay.
4th level. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 6, I think. Oh, that's
14.
garbage. 8 plus 6. Yeah, so 14 healing to Sentry. Action cantrip Sacred Flame again because that did work last time. So
It did.
Dex save
Dex.
from Godric. 22.
22, he can't physically succeed because even on a natural 20, he can't beat that. So fail.
48 plus 6. 32. Hell yeah!
Nice.
Tom
I
Hazel.
love this cantrip. I love this.
What does it look
cantrip.
like? What does it look like when Quill defeats Godric?
It looks like just the brightest flame just engulfs his head that spreads down to his body, his arms. He just becomes radiant flame.
You hear a horrible scream, but in that as that scream begins to fade, you hear freedom at last, at last. I am released, my lady. I am sorry for all that you have suffered. And then there is just a charred, broken body that remains. But sadly, we cannot drop out of initiative just yet, for there are still death saves to be made.
Yeah, there are.
The silence will end.
Oh yeah. Oh,
We
Nice.
go to
Well done.
Lucius. Can I please have a death saving throw from you, please?
You certainly can. Here it comes. Natural 20. Coming in. That's a 5.
It's a failure. Nova
One
Vija.
failure.
So sorry, I'm confused as to who's down at the moment.
Max and Lucius.
anyone with
are
an
both
X?
down.
Max and Lucius. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Sentry's
Sentry.
I need
okay.
to undo Sentry. Yeah.
Sentry's okay. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Maxie, but my sweet
Oh,
purple
yeah.
boy comes first. I run over to Lucius and bamf my very last potion into his dribbly little mouth. It is
it's
a potion of
constant.
healing, so just a teeny tiny
Amazing.
It's enough to. It's enough to stop the
yeah.
the thing that we. can worry
2d4
about.
plus
Alright,
2.
that's fine. I'm not gonna just give yourself 1 hit point for now. Try. It's fine. Ayla.
I got absolutely nothing on me, so I guess I'll try and do a medicine check on Max.
Sure. Yep. Wisdom. If you don't have...
I rolled a 10 on the... 11!
11 is a success. This bloodied, muscular torso of shirtless Max as Ayla is, like, wrapping bandages around Max. You hear, like, a... like, stabilizing him. He doesn't come to consciousness, but he is no longer getting worse. And with that, we come out of initiative, and the combat is over.
I'm gonna run over to Max and Ayla and just like, you're doing it wrong. Slap the hands away. I'm gonna put a hand on his chest and do cure wounds.
A wing, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and for some reason it's really like strokey. This cure wounds.
Keep that fire burning.
I am on a solid 1 hit point right now.
So am I. Yeah, I'm on 1 as well.
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm on 43.
I'll actually do Lucius.
You had more hit points going in than anyone.
Lucius is on 5.
I had under 100.
5.
Going in.
You're on 5, yeah. So, there is nothing but silence. The flickering, maybe the slight crackle of flame from the candles, the hundreds and hundreds of candles on either side. But Godric is defeated, and because I know it is very hot and Trot's PC may be struggling, I think that we can, if you wish to, call it there, as this is a bit of a shorter episode. Or, like, if Trot thinks that we can still keep going for a bit, we can just do a little bit of wrap-up and then pick up things next week.
We can do a little bit more.
Yeah, right, I think let's. I want to see this room. I want to see the effects of the trees being killed. All the knights are gone.
Some RP. Give me some RP.
Sure. Well, there is just this silent moment. The flickering of the candles. There is nothing else. There is, in fact, no, that's not true. There is one other thing in this room. The whole fight was mentioned at the beginning, but was not the focus point of this. On the altar, sort of restrained and broken, is the sort of bleeding, dying body or maybe bleeding, not dying necessarily, because I believe Godric was interrupted, is a celestial with black feathered wings, a full iron mask completely engulfing their head, their hands bound in sort of thick iron, almost like mittens, but welded together. Same with their feet, as they are sort of left on the pedestal, although they don't make any noise, maybe just the faintest hint of breathing.
I mean, I'm drained of spells and exhausted. I will slowly clamber over there to do another heal on the celestial. I think. I mean, I look to everyone else first and see what they think about me healing a celestial.
Heal some other people, man!
I mean,
most of us are on like 1.
But everyone else is up. The celestial is
they're not dying. Sorry, that was a misspeak by me. They are not dying. They're breathing. They're
okay.
You know, they show signs of being restrained. They definitely are injured, but they are not dying.
I can give Ayla a level 1 cure wounds. So I can give you a D8 plus 3 healing. Not a lot, but it'll help. You get a full 8. You get 11 healing.
Nice.
I just grip Nova's sleeve. Thank you. Thanks for the potion. And he wipes his mouth.
No worries, buddy. Anytime. Could you stop doing this, though?
That was a lot that time. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, all 3 of you ladies, you really didn't like Godric, huh?
He was killing you a lot.
Yeah.
I tend not to like people who kill you a lot.
Yes, I suppose. Anyway,
I'm getting out of the way as fast as possible.
Lucius will slowly, shakily get to his feet and just...
I'll help him up.
Sure.
I guess.
Well, Nova and Tiangong will help him up.
Yeah, I think Ayla will make sure the sentry's okay.
I'd love to dish out more healing, but
I've got this potion.
That fight really took it out of me. I've got a couple potions as well, but what do we do about that celestial over there?
Well, they could be... primed with lots of knowledge. Let's see if they're all right first. I'll wait for someone to go over there.
I mean, I guess as the healthiest person here, Nova will probably lead the way. I'll leave. I'll leave Lucius kind of Tiangong helping Lucius along, and I'll go up to the altar and hi, are you okay over there?
There is a physical response, a slight twitch of the body, the wings, sort of a tensing of musculature, but you don't hear anything said. This sort of very featureless sort of metal helmet is sort of wrapped around their body and clamped around the neck and things like that.
Is it the helmet? Does it prevent you from speaking?
There is another twitch of body language, although it's hard to tell if that is an affirmative or a negative. As if the creature can hear you, but you don't know, like what you. It's hard to tell how they might be interpreting the response.
I do not.
Their hands
speak
also
Celestial.
bound as well.
Yeah. Should I try and unbind them? I can't do the helmet, but I can maybe at least do the chains.
Seems like a good idea.
Take it steady. We don't know anything about anyone who's been here. We don't know whose side anyone's on here.
True. Let's be careful.
Well, they're definitely not on Godric's. And, I mean, hopefully they'll see that first.
There's more sides than Godric's and ours. Who knows?
They were clearly at the mercy of Godric, though. I think we should give them a chance.
I mean, Nova being Nova, can I try and cut the hand restraints?
It's almost like, thick metal. I'm trying to think of the best way, like bands, but like almost like gloves that are like bound with wraps around the rim. You don't actually see like any clasps or like bindings that can be cut. It's all metal. Like the metal itself was sort of built, or like almost attached to, whilst it was heated and then used to seal these sort of containers around the wrists. You can see that some of the celestial flesh is actually burnt and scarred from heat around their sort of forearms where this has been sealed around their hands. You would need something that could break metal, basically. Like Tiangong alone probably isn't going to be enough to cut it on their own.
I'm guessing Eldritch Blast is probably quite inelegant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it. This would require like tools
precision.
And time. Yeah, this would require like somebody who knows what they're doing, really.
I mean, I have gloves of thievery, which helps with sleight of hand check. But...
You could certainly try and make like some sort of sleight of hand or thievery tool check to try and prise them open. If you have a tool like a crowbar or something like that, you could try and sort of leverage them at their weak points, their joints, to try and break it.
I have a small knife. That's probably the most tooly thing I have. Flint and steel. Does anyone have any thieves' tools or a crossbow or something?
Crossbow?
Did I just say a crossbow? Crowbar. No, I meant a crowbar.
Crossbow.
Sorry,
put them out of their misery. Easily solution.
Wow. No, I don't. I'm afraid. Sorry.
Sorry, I don't have anything like that.
I have a hammer, but I would just be hitting them with that.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem useful.
They seem pretty injured as it is.
I tell you what, if they're bad, they turn out to be bad. I could always use this, and I hold up the binding sphere.
That's true.
Yeah? I mean, they already seem pretty bound.
True. I'm just saying, if things go south, we'll bind them.
Yeah. I'm really sorry to the Celestial. Be like, I'm really sorry. we don't have any magic. We don't have any tools. I can't break you out.
I could try
Twitch of the muscles, twitch of the wings.
Discrete acid attacks on it, but it seeps. It's difficult.
A gentle
to
sort of
accurate
shrugging of the body, as if it
there
wants to
anything-
move, but it doesn't have the strength.
Is there anything around here that could help? Anything on the bodies, like?
Looking around this chamber, the only real thing you can see in this chamber, most of it's been stripped out. You can see marks on the floor where there would have once been pews and lecterns for books to be held on. All of that's been removed from here. The only thing that remains is the altar itself with a single still functionable but unlit lantern that's set sort of at the base of it. Behind that, a pile of broken, discarded lanterns, the broken stained glass, which now looks out onto the broken remnants of the rot heart behind it. Nothing really else. This chamber has sort of been, a lot of things have been taken away from it. But this is, the monastery and the keep had living quarters and other places. It could be possible that searching on a wider scale.
Could I try and see if I can break the helmet apart?
You can certainly try, yeah. Like, this would be a pure, like, this would be a very difficult, even for somebody as strong as you, to, like, tear the metal enough that you can remove it. This would be just straight strength, I think. No, I'd say athletics. This would be athletics, but the DC is going to be extremely high.
I don't know if hang on. 17 plus... If it's athletics, it's plus 13. If it's strength, it's plus 7.
Well, I said athletics, so a 13.
So, yeah.
17 plus 13. You dig your hands in and kind of finding this strip that's been used to kind of seal this metal helmet and then sort of like rigid plates down. You can again see burn marks sort of around the neck and things. You dig your hands, worn, covered in blood and soot from wielding the hammer, your skin kind of broken and cracked, and it hurts. But you dig your hands in and you begin to like pull, and you see Ayla, like for the first time in a long time, Ayla's strength really tested. The muscles bulge, sweat drips down her arms and face, the veins almost popping out from the scarification of the lightning. But after a few moments of like Ayla's just like gritted teeth, the grunting and the pain, you begin to hear the screeching sound of tested metal, of metal being literally torn apart by just brute force and strength. And eventually you hear a snap as this singular piece that had been sort of like locking the mask in place is broken. A feat of incredible strength to just do this with her bare hands as it breaks. And you can see now that like with this kind of sort of collar almost removed, the rest of the helmet can be sort of opened and then removed. And very weakly, the body kind of shifts as if trying to loose it from their head.
Do they
I'm gonna
react
sit
to
down. I'm
things?
tired.
Hey, done.
Nice work.
Yeah, but do they seem to... How do they look? Like...
I mean, the helmet's still on. It's not. It's like loosened,
right, okay.
so somebody could remove it. But it looks like they're trying to almost shake it off. Their body, their hands and legs are still bound. They're rolling, almost like they're trying to like dislodge it from their head, having sense that this pressure is now relieved.
I mean, their hands are bound as well, right?
Yeah, currently, yeah.
I think if no one else is going up, I'll slowly...
I'll do it, Quill.
Okay.
I'm a bit stronger than... not stronger, fitter than you right now.
Healthier.
Healthier, that's the
yeah.
word.
Oh.
So Nova, you
In
go
game.
up and
Not in real life.
yeah, you can sort of lift it up from the back, lifting, almost like it's hinged at the top. You kind of pull it open. What you see is a celestial figure. Their hair cut incredibly roughly short at the back, but still long enough at the front that it kind of sticks to their face through gross sweat. The hair is thin, worn. Their face incredibly gaunt. Their skin coloration extremely pale, and their eyes that once probably would have glowed and been a brilliant golden light are now just a sickly yellow ember that glimmers and thin lips all broken and cracked from heat and thirst. Their nose, bloodied and broken, almost like it was fitted into the helmet itself. Hurry, please, kill me. Send me back to Celestia. Do not let me linger here. Do not let them use me. She is mad. She has gone mad with grief.
What happened? How long have you been here?
Questions. I do not know. Months, years, it is hard to tell. Summoned, called forth by champions I once knew. They captured me. Kalara bade me, told me to relinquish, to surrender myself to them. They encased me to use my power, to open the gates, to conjure the gateways, to send forth her knights. That was the last thing I saw.
I mean, the knights that you once knew, we've dealt with them. I believe the tree has been destroyed, and
then
the
quickly,
knights taken care of.
You must kill me.
Is this the only way?
There are. Have you destroyed all of the trees? Have you stopped Kalara?
Kalara's next.
And it looks like they're not looking at you. They're speaking, but they're just staring up into the ceiling. If Kalara still is not defeated, then it will only be a matter of time until another tree grows, until another one rebirths her champions. You have time, but not long. If they stop you, if they defeat you, then they will use me again. But if you kill me, you will banish me back to the celestial realms. I will return. It will slow them. Please. Grant me mercy.
I don't want to do that.
Nova will do it, but kind of looking around everyone else.
Just give a what else can we do kind of expression.
Because we know for a fact that they will be returned, right? It's not, this is a release. It's not.
They are
So
banned,
delaying.
so I don't know if Kalara might have done something to prevent that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I mean,
can't.
yeah. Planar knowledge. I mean, I think you guys have had enough encounters with planar creatures. If a planar creature is killed on a plane that it's not its native plane, generally they go back. So yeah, in theory. But Lucius makes the point, or Trot makes the point that Kalara could have done something.
Yeah, I mean, if we had a rest and a long one at that, I could banish, which would take them back properly. But
We have 8 hours.
Do that now. Yeah. I'll put a hand on Lucius's shoulder and say, "Gotta catch them all."
I hate you. I hate you so much. If this is what you want, but I'm worried that Kalara may have done something that means you can't. You won't be returned properly.
It would be better than this.
What if we go and defeat Kalara, and then once we rest, Quill can cast Banish on you?
And just gently put a hand on Nova's shoulder and just shake his head. We've done everything we can.
I am powerless.
Let me
You
do
will
this.
do what you decide.
I can do it. It's just, I just worry that Kalara might have pulled one more trick.
Kalara
Deal
does
with her.
not. She is not trying to trick anyone. She acts in desperation, in grief, in anger. But she is no trickster. Even these knights, they swore themselves to her long ago
body and soul. She merely calls upon them to answer that creed in a way that perhaps they do not want or did not realize. But it is not Kalara's wish to mislead them. She merely asks them to fulfill their oath, binds them by it.
Okay.
Give me release.
I will. What's your name?
Name? I am Tavaniel. Thank you for asking.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything.
Why? Why do you apologize, Ganassi of Aerois? You have done nothing wrong, have you not?
No, but I can feel sorry for your suffering.
Your sympathy is a sign of a good heart. But you can ease my suffering now by sending me home. Do not apologize. Be strong in your conviction. Grant me the peace I seek.
Okay. I wish you well. And with that, I'll raise the sword.
Yeah. Is it like a quick chop, or is this like a, plunge?
As quick as possible.
Yeah. So you probably place it over their chest, sort of right by their heart, and a quick thrust. There is a brief kind of, and then you watch as the Celestial's body turns to glittering golden light. And it just fades away, leaving behind the mask and the bands, but disappearing entirely.
As strong as Lucius was when he put the hand on the shoulder, saying that he'll do it, he definitely looks away in an instant when he sees that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Celestial is no more.
Well done, Nova.
Okay.
The sentry will nod her head and bow it and say a quiet prayer.
Okay.
What they went through before
Prayer to
this.
who for Sentry? Is this like just a general sort? Oh, okay. This is Yaska. Nice. Right.
How is everyone? That was the worst half hour, 10 minutes of my life so far?
It wasn't even 5 minutes, Nova.
Oh no, I mean everything since we've started attacking Nightbloom Hold. It's from the running, to the knights, to the tree exploding, to the death, to this death?
Yeah, the tree exploding. We never actually caught up on that one, really. I mean, you were there alone to destroy that thing. How did you possibly get out of there?
I fell a lot.
Okay.
I messed up my timings a little bit, but it's fine. And Hotshot and Shade were there, and it was fine. I had the faith. Did it help?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Really did.
Helped.
Good.
You ended the control of the hive and the gloom itself.
Good. I'm sorry about Hotshot Sentry. I really tried.
No, don't apologize. Don't be sorry. She did what she had to do.
She saved us both. If she hadn't have sacrificed herself, I think all three of us would have died.
We've seen a lot of good people on our side, allies that have fallen, and we're at the very, very last stage. We just need to gather whatever strength we have left and end this.
If I look outside the broken stained glass, how much brighter is it now?
Considerably brighter. As if dawn has come. That sort of hazy red-yellow light is filtering through. Beams of sunlight now kind of dapple through the broken boughs of the enormous tree that was once the rot heart as a dawn arrives.
Okay. Cool. No, just wondering.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think we want to rest up, right? We can't go after Kalara now, but also the longer we wait, there'll be more trees apparently sprouting up and ready to reanimate these knights again.
I pose this to you. If we wait 8 hours and a tree is regrown and the champions are reborn, even at our fullest capacity, we have to do all of that again and face Kalara? Or we take the fight to her now?
We've got nothing left, Lucius. Nothing.
We'll have nothing if they are reborn again.
Could we talk to Valor? Maybe Valor can help. Is this time to bring Valor down?
You'll need Valor to open the breach point anyway. You can't go any further without Valor. So
I will call into the Storm Chaser, Aerois, and just say, hello?
Captain, is everything all right? We've ceased firing, as it seems that we destroyed most of... We didn't get any more signals. Is everything finished?
Yes, we've defeated the champions. The tree has fallen. The hive are dead. The gloom is dispersing, as you could probably tell.
Yes, we can. We can't quite see down there, but it is getting lighter. I think it won't be too much longer at this rate.
Good. We just have Kalara to face now, which I believe we need Valor for.
All right, I will let her know, and I'm sure that she will make her way down to you.
Thank you.
Do you need anything else?
Potions.
Time.
Well, I'm sending her to you now.
Thank you.
The message goes quiet. It doesn't take long. It takes like maybe a few minutes. Then there is a crackle of energy, and you see a very faintly but sort of erratic purple triangle kind of energy open in the air near Lucius. And you see Valor sort of step through, concentrating as she teleports in, using the items given by Lucius and the connection as a focus. And she'll arrive and sort of look around. Where's Max? Is Max okay? You all look very injured.
We are all very injured, but I think we're all standing. Max is fine. Somewhere.
He's like unconscious still because he was only stabilized. He's like over by a pile of dead bodies.
I did cure wounds.
Oh, that's right. You did heal him. Sorry, I still thought he was unconscious. Yeah. I forgot you did the cure wounds on him. Okay, yeah.
Should have got some armor for Max from the ship. Oh well.
Doesn't need it.
I'm here, my lady. And he kind of hobbles over.
But yeah, we need a little bit of help before we decide to go after Kalara. Well, unfortunately, I think all of us.
Clearly, looking at you all, do you have spells? You all look terrible. You're in no state to fight Kalara.
And I mean, we also
I've
don't have
never looked better, thank you very much.
A
true warrior.
I mean,
I'm dying,
yes, without a doubt. But yes, I can see that. You're covered in cuts and there's marks of necrotic energy all over you. Like,
I fell out of a tree.
Yeah, okay. And also you might want to mind the bones and also that burnt pile over there. That was one of the knights. So ignore those. It's been a day, Vala. It's been a day.
How long have we been here, Vala? It feels like ages.
Oh, I mean, since your communication, less than 10 minutes. Like, since you began the attack, probably. Since you began the attack, like 5-6 minutes or something.
Well, it's been 10
like
minutes.
The longest
Vala.
day. It's felt like the longest day we've ever had.
6 seconds around.
It's felt like about 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Certainly hasn't been.
I didn't see a lot of it
really
either. I was on the floor for a good chunk of that.
Vala, we don't have time. The tree may be down now, but Kalara is planning to grow a new one, and with that, the power to
And
bring
what
back
do you
the
think will
champions.
happen, Lucius, if you go to Kalara as you are now? Do you think that you can defeat Kalara, one of the Titans, one of the eldest Titans? She's as strong as a Telecus.
I'm just asking for advice.
You cannot go and face her as you are. You cannot. It would be throwing away everything you have done. She would destroy you as you are now.
Okay, well, how long will it take you to create a door to Kalara's domain?
A few hours, perhaps, for me to make the breach point, but...
Okay. I mean...
Maybe we could have the Storm Chaser watch the Rot Heart, and if it shows sign of regrowing, they keep firing on it.
How... Forgive me, I'm not familiar with exactly what's happened here. You're worried about this tree coming back, the one that we've just destroyed. Does it regenerate on its own? Do you have information on how it comes back? Do you know how it can be restored?
Well, thinking about it, Godric, didn't he say he's going to regrow the tree? And then when we came here, he was doing something to the Celestial with all these... Oh god, these fires. Oh, I just stood on one. So maybe it needs a ritual. So since we've lightly killed everyone here, it may take time for Kalara to, find new friars and celestials and rituals.
I mean, even if there was, from the looks of things, this tree here, there's no... Whatever this rot heart was, the necromantic energies here is gone. I mean, there's still plenty of necromantic energy out there in the valley. There may be another one of these trees elsewhere. Even from the Storm Chaser, the darkness isn't completely receding. It's getting lighter, but there's still patches where the darkness is incredibly thick and strong. But they're hours away by foot. They're as you yourself experienced, you have to travel through quite thick terrain to get anywhere. So even if there is another one of these trees, I imagine it will take some time. I mean, you defeated another one of these champions. How long did it take for them to be sort of reborn?
I don't think they were reborn.
Not fully.
They were.
Oh,
they were. That's what attacked me and Hotshot and Shade. When the tree blew, she was at the base of the tree and she was ejected, but she was not complete. She was maybe halfway through her regrowth cycle.
Oh.
Okay.
How long from then?
I honestly don't know. My head really hurts.
Yeah, I don't know how long it was since we killed her and then she came back. We had a long rest.
What time?
I'll tell you, it was about 12 hours. It took you about 12 hours from the point you defeated Cerise. You took a long rest. It took you about 4 hours to reach Nightbloom Hold. So it's about 12 hours.
Probably to be completely regrown, probably a 24-hour period for someone. But the Celestial said that killing them would slow down Kalara. So maybe use that slowed down time to just have a little nip.
Uninformed
Just a
valor
little
that
nip.
the Celestial was used as creating the gates to send Grief Knights everywhere.
It makes sense. Powerful Celestials do have the ability to teleport and create gates. I've never heard of one of the Titans using them in this. This sounds torturous. Kalara is either has truly gone beyond who she was, or there is another influence here, but it certainly is. Whatever has happened to Kalara, I think that if she's willing, if they're doing things like that, if they're torturing celestial beings, they're using their own champions in this way, I wouldn't hold any hopes on being able to talk or convince her of anything. And that's hoping that at least it's her and not some other influence. I'm afraid that it could be something. I mean, what if Hadar's gotten to her? What if another force, another influence? I don't know.
Oh, we need to be damn sure that influence doesn't remain in Kalara when she reunites with Siaska.
Exactly.
Very true.
Even more reason I think you just need to be at your best. You need to go into this fight with everything you have.
I can cast some cantrips.
Okay, look, we know that we're safe here. The Rot Heart here is gone. It's getting light outside, and we're in the keep. We can probably, if we need to, barricade the door maybe and stay safe here for long enough for us all to regain our full strength, and Valor can open the gate.
I think if you were to take too much longer, yes. I think it's probably long enough for you to regain your energy, regain your strength. I mean, if we were talking about you spending 2 days here, I think that would be, you would be waiting far too long, and that would give them a chance to regroup and attack you. But if we're talking about you resting, getting back your energy as soon as possible, and then breaching the demiplane as quickly as we can, then yes, I think we can move forwards.
We need armor for Max. And a weapon? Does he need... Max, do you need a weapon?
I do need to still find a weapon, but there was a barracks here, and I'm not as injured as the rest of you. I will heal quite quickly. I can go and search their barracks, see if I can find weapons and armor for myself.
Potions. Do we have any potions on the Storm Chaser? Has Dr. Greylano done anything? Did I tell her to do anything? Quill, you're the quartermaster.
I told no one to do nothing.
Yeah. Also, yeah, making potions is not what Greylano does. She attends to the
I've got
spooky spooks.
I have a few potions, but even
Spooky
then,
spooks has all our money.
Spooky spooks.
We put a big deposit.
Hand cream lotion.
Oh, she does. Oh, I just looked at my gold count.
What? She is.
Yeah, I forgot I did that.
You were the one who did it.
I know.
You were very insistent.
I don't know what's wrong with me. All right, let's barricade the door. It is here good, Vala, to create a door.
I mean, yeah, this is, well, I don't know about the barricade. That's not my business. I can create the breach point here. Yes, this is where Kalara's energy is anchored. This is the point which I will breach into. But anything else, that's really your prerogative. I'm merely giving you my opinion that I looking at you now and knowing how strong Kalara will be, I would not advise against you going as you are now. Like, I think that you should get what rest you can, even if that means risking that these creatures come back. Keep in mind that if you defeat Kalara, hopefully, even if these knights do reform, you'll be able... That once Kalara is defeated, there will be nothing left to power them. Their powers should go... Whatever powers she grants them should fade and vanish.
Her influence, all of them seem to hate this direction she has taken them in. All of them.
Lucius will go around and prestidigitate to everybody. There you go. Here's that. And clean you up.
Clean them up. Yep.
There you go.
Wipe away the dirt.
I'll just stand over here, Valor, and I'll do first watch. And then he goes into a trance like seconds later.
So yeah, I would suggest you all take a long rest.
What?
And that's where.
What's one of those?
I know.
Where's that on the sheet?
Honestly, the amount of the people thinking that I was going to make you guys go and fight Kalara and not have a long rest. Like this guy starts being like, "Whoa, we should just go now," and I'm like, "You're insane. You're absolutely insane."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's passionate. He's ready to go. Rare indigo. So
this is funny to me.
To recover 1 level of exhaustion, it requires food and drink. Does anyone have any snacks on them?
Ooh.
I have
Did Valor bring like a Kit Kat or something?
Nope.
I have a bag of sand. That's
what's
food
this?
to you, right?
A level 17 character brought down by not having food and drink because he couldn't be bothered tracking food and drink in his inventory.
I'm sure there's some in the barracks here or something, right?
Katie, your rations have been there since level fucking 1. There's
They're
no
really
way.
dry.
I didn't say they were good rations. They're still there. Ayla wouldn't have thrown them out.
Mold is just penicillin.
Gross.
She's going to offer them anyway.
We're in the land of the dead. There's going to be worms and maggots all over the place. Quill food.
Sure. Do you want to make a survival check for me? See if you can forage up some tasty grubs?
Yeah, absolutely I do. 30.
Oh
30.
My god.
You find loads of really tasty maggots and grubs. It's a banquet
all over
for Quill.
these bodies.
Nom, 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 nom.
Anyone else want some?
Can I have some?
Yeah.
I've never tried quill food before.
You've never really tried human food either, but absolutely.
I like cake. At least I think I do.
You probably would.
The grubs
would.
do not taste like cake. That's what Sentry gets out of it. You can decide what else
Sentry
thinks,
taste.
but they are not. I leave that to Rhiannon. Like,
Sentry can taste like really strong flavors. Like if something's very sweet or very sour, like they're good to her. But if something's quite mild, she won't taste it. But I imagine
this is more of a texture thing. This is more like
Yeah.
it's bland, but there's like this chewy, like crunchy.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting. It's like dirt.
It kind of is, yeah. But you know what?
You know,
I love it.
if it does the job, then I can understand the appeal.
The trick is to slurp it whole.
Oh, I'll have to try that next time.
Yeah.
You can lose 1 level of exhaustion, Tom. Just
Thank
to
you.
wrap it up. Lose 1 level of exhaustion. Just because I can't be asked.
Has a dawn happened? Did you say
No.
a dawn was happening? No.
No,
Okay.
because it's just the light returning. You have not had a dawn. So magic items that replenish on dawn do not replenish. Only on long
Okay.
rest. Long rest items only. Plus.
Can I attune back to my helm of teleportation with this? Because I lost my
You can.
rod of alertness. Okay.
I mean,
I've
it's
done that then.
you know where it is. It was just in the pile
just-
of broken tree somewhere.
Probably in
Yeah.
pieces by now.
So that's a magic item for a future campaign.
Yeah.
Somebody else out there can.
What
put the
happened here?
button. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Long rest, everybody. Get stuff back, and we're gonna wrap it up there. Like, because this
Done.
has basically
Nice.
been a full episode without a break in the
Yeah,
end.
it was meant to be a 2-hour episode. End up going.
It would have
longer.
been.
Whoopsie.
That's the extra half hour that we added on top. But there we go. Nice.
You know what it's
Cool,
time
cool, cool.
for? A clean professional outro.
That's right. It is time for a clean professional outro, Tom Hazel. You're correct. And this is where it is. Thanks for watching this part of
Great.
High Rollers. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Goodbye. Bye.
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 And we're done. Hey.
And that's it. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
How's your PC doing, Trot?
Hot. Very hot.
It's hot. Has it got the warning lights on yet? Like, woo, woo.
Monitoring my temps.
Red
they
alert!
they're getting to graphic melting
Graphic
territory.
issues.
Oh.
All right, so in that case, Tommy, do a quick old burst through.
Yeah. Once again, sorry about the slightly shorter episode. Hope you understand. It's spicy. And we just can't handle it. Especially in the office. Good God. Right,
Don't
we
forget
had
the new shirts out. It's a really good time to buy that shirt.
Yes.
Get that
do
shirt.
it.
Yeah, sure.
Club.
Like,
join the
High
High
Rollers
Rollers Club today.
available now on our merch store. Limited number.
Limited number. They're gonna go.
Original shirt. Completely original design.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't believe how
Go
hard
and
it was
check it
to
out.
source that specific style of shirt. Weird,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really popular for some reason. I don't know
Weird.
why.
Popular.
Like, it's-
Apparently, it's our
Must be-
time. It's our
While you're
time.
wearing
also-
that shirt, if someone comes up to you and says, "Wow, I love that show. Who's your favorite character?" and you say Quill, and they say Quill, isn't that the one that disappeared for the entire first season? And that'll be fine.
Right.
Will
Good enough.
from Stranger Things.
Good.
It was a
Thanks,
Will
Tom.
joke.
It was
Yeah.
great. And then don't forget as well, thank you
Fuck.
very much, Penny Dragon Games, for sponsoring this episode
Hell
with the
yeah.
brand new Kickstarter Waystar. Check it out. It's a brand new sci-fi 5e conversion tabletop role-playing game. It's got core book, creature codex, galactic setting, and a space-themed adventure. If you pre-order it, the Kickstarter's starting on Tuesday, August 16th, 9 a.m. Pacific. That's 5 p.m. UK. That's when it goes live. If you go to the link in chat and the description, it will actually kind of take you to a notify me page. But if you get the physical tier in the first 72 hours, you'll get the adventure book for free in both PDF and print. You get Steal the Stars Space Heist Adventure for free. It's a really cool looking sci-fi
The art's
tabletop
cool.
role-playing game. Yeah, it's
The
based on
art's
like
cool.
Mass Effect and Firefly
Yeah.
and loads of cool stuff. But check it out.
And the foil cover is very nice. I really like that as well.
There we go.
Yeah, go check it out. And again,
Do
if
it.
you're watching on VOD, you've got 24 hours to check it out and get those early bonuses on Kickstarter. Cool. All right, let's get some donations in. We had Windows Explorer user donated
Nice.
with robotic beholders and alchemical labs. I'm excited for episode 56. Okay, a little ways back, but you know what? I hope you enjoy it. Wait, that was episode
VOD
56.
Squad.
Oh my god.
yeah, it's a good one.
Hope you
They're all good.
hope you actually stick around to hear this message as well. Dreaming Drama donated with, is it possible to get an ara from Mark?
Ara. It's a thank you.
Okay.
I know
also, love you guys. Can barely ever catch stream because of work. That's okay. You've got the podcast and the vodcast. Nox Cat has donated with, just got to watching live after binging the campaign so far over a month or two. You've quickly become my favorite D&D stream.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank
you very much.
Another donation from Nox Cat. Mark is #DM goals. I've gotten a lot of inspiration from you for the world I'm building for the next campaign. And
Maybe
I'm
he's
also
born with it.
Maybe it's our DM.
Nice.
Put it on even more higher. It might get more of effect. No, it doesn't. There we go.
And I'm also shamelessly stealing some of the mechanics you've used to make combat more interesting. That's okay.
Yes,
That's okay.
please do. I think that D&D combat is one thing that can be a little spiced up.
Yeah.
Maybe
Eleanor. Eleanor has donated with Clear Skies. I started DMing this week, and Mark is very much a DM inspiration, so I wanted to say thank you. I'm running Candlekeep Mysteries and really looking forward to reaching the price of beauty.
Hey, thanks.
Marky Mark. Siaska herself has donated with, you got this, champions. By the divine number, I support you.
Yeah.
Divine number.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Mommy.
Yaska.
Finally able to join live, lads/lasses. Have been catching up since last summer. I very much enjoy what you create, so this humble donation is the start of more to come in the future. Thank you very much, Siaska. Strong enough to donate now. Buster Smacks has donated £6.90. Nice. Why was the druid arrested for trying to summon crows? Attempted murder.
Fuck's sake.
There you go.
So pretty good. It's pretty good.
MK13 Wolf, thank you for the bits. Just doing a quick refresh, sorry. Oh, here we go. MK Marie. Hey, High Rollers. I haven't been able to watch live as I'm only on episode 85 of Aerois, but I want to give back just a little bit to thank you for the hours of joy you've brought me in the past few months after I found your stream. Roll high. Nightjar has donated with, it's too hot to be this stressed. Please, why do?
Yeah, that was a more stressful one than I thought it was going to be.
That was Spicy AF, which stands for as Flip. Crispy with a half hundo. What an amazing, absolutely amazing episode. So much stress, such a wonderful play. Brilliantly done, everyone. Best wishes for surviving the heat and wishing Kim all the health for her recovery.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Fail has donated with, that was so stressful. It's too hot for this much tension. Amazing fight. Shout out to Quill for keeping the party alive and saving me from having a nervous breakdown.
Yeah,
I didn't have any of my wide heels, so it was tough. Can't wait for next week. Good luck, everyone. Feel better, Kim. And please no melt. I said please no one
We will
melt.
try.
And finally, if I open up the Discord, we had gifted subs from Crispy, I'm a Robot 012C, Hiei82, Hiei82, with 10, Lazy Construct with 10, Ducat and Snowfall, thank you for gifting Bitteroonies. And Nightjar said that my Quill/Will joke was bad and I should feel bad, and she's right. It was bad, and I'm not apologizing for it.
You just did.
Didn't. Not gonna.
Okay.
I'm happy with I'm happy with my with what I've done. I stand by my actions. And if anyone sends a message to me about it afterwards, I'm going to double down on it. I'm going to go deep on that joke.
Are you done?
No, just try it. Just try.
Thomas Hart, please.
Just end the stream. Interrupt me.
Are you done? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks very much, everybody. We will see you next week. Like I said, it might probably be online again next week just because of poor Kimberus. Yeah.
I got the black lung, Pa!
Especially since I'm hoping next week one big epic encounter to finish this arc to defeat Kalara. It's raid boss time. Get your raid boss mechanics out. It's gonna happen. I bought minis, but we'll just have to do it digitally, and that's fine. But we'll do it. All right. We'll see you next time. We love you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
See you later.
Bye.